space!
It's
The
dead.
final frontier. Oh. How do we manage that?
We killed space?
Apollo shouted really loud.
Damn.
Damn. that'll
Which
do
is
it.
effectively what happened last time. Apollo left to do his own thing, and we are now going to trial again.
Oh, yeah.
We finished
Yeah,
our
sick.
investigation at the Space Center. I thought
We
in space
did.
no one could hear you scream. Apollo's an exception. Anyways, trial! I didn't know where we were going to load into, so I avoided loading in. I'm glad I waited.
Yeah, because no music.
Guys, it's almost
It's
Christmas.
December.
But only almost. Also, steps.
Oh.
Oh. Water for now?
For now.
I suppose we should reconvene the trial of Solomon Starbuck or something?
Objection!
Your Honor, could you please come out from under your bench? There are no more bombs, I promise, with your tippity taps.
Oh, yes, my apologies. I'm still a little jumpy when it comes to trials involving bombs. I mean, first the courtroom exploded.
Taboo.
And then Mr. Tonate self-destructed.
I guess that's one way of describing what happened to tonight.
Anyway, it seems that Mr. Justice was seriously wounded by Mr. Tonate's actions. So you, Mr. Wright, will be taking up the defense? Do you have an understanding of what has happened in the trial so far?
Yes, Your Honor, the defense is ready.
Very well. Is the prosecution also ready? I take it you'd like me to give the opening statement this time?
Looks like the judge has become a pretty good mind reader.
Well, he's certainly seen more than his fair share of colorful prosecutors. You could say he's something of a veteran of sorts. I mean, he better be.
Well, with weird
Let's see.
prosecutors.
In the previous part of this trial, we learned that the victim, Clay Terran, escaped from Launchpad 1 carrying the defendant, Solomon Starbuck. Someone want some coffee? Bailiff, get some coffee.
No.
There was explosions on the second floor of the Space Center and on the rocket itself. The two astronauts used the Launchpad 1 corridor to reach the boarding lounge.
And
How could the victim climb down the ladder if he was carrying the defendant? That was the mystery that needed to be solved. But Mr. Justice proved that the victim was killed in the boarding lounge. Prosecutor Blackwell, were you able to discover any new facts related to this point?
upon further investigation, we discovered an oxygen tank fragment in the lounge. Surprisingly, it would appear that Justice Dono's argument was correct.
So that means the testimonies of the first two people on the scene are suspect.
I'm sorry, I was stirring.
Flashback.
There were two people who claimed to be the first in the scene. But you would truly trust their statements? No.
Let's see. The two people were Detective Candace Arm and Yuri Cosmos, right? You think that one of them might have given a false statement to the police?
Yeah, certainly possible. Let's do a little bit more digging.
And just as our team was about to cross-examine Detective Arm, the courtroom bombing incident occurred and the trial was put on hold. Oh.
I need to turn on streamer mode while I'm typing in chat.
You
I
do?
turned down volume. Anyways, I'm gonna multitask now.
Okay.
Okay.
That occurs, fellow. I can't multitask this hard though. That occurs, fellow.
You're
He
good.
killed my witness. He killed Detective Arm.
Multitasking too close to the sun.
You definitely put the kibosh on anyone asking her about what she saw.
Exactly. In other words, the question of who killed the victim on the boarding lounge has once again become the main focus of this trial.
It's obvious Prosecutor Blackwell still thinks it was Mr. Starbuck. Fulbright said that Blackwell has a thing against the astronaut. Nevertheless, Slappa! The defense argues that there was a third person in the lounge and that's who killed the victim.
To make such a reckless claim in a courtroom takes a bold man. Or an idiot. There was no third person in the boarding lounge. Or have you gone dotty already?
Okay,
Old man.
Objection!
What's your age? How old are you? Tell me how old you are.
Younger
Right
than
now.
you.
Fucking bullshit. Not with that hair like that. We'll see
I
who's
don't
the
know.
dotard after I trounce you with my years of experience, little
I'm
boy.
28.
Oh my god, what am I, 31? 32?
Something like that. You're in your 30s at least. You're not
Whatever.
here though.
Whatever. In any case, Mr. Starbuck claims he saw someone leaving the lounge. Furthermore, a Space Center employee also saw a suspicious figure at the scene.
They saw a third person?
I see my sister has been running her mouth.
That's right, I almost forgot that Aura's Prosecutor Blackwell's sister.
Yeah, then we also discovered that last time. No matter. She didn't see this mystery person's face clearly. Therefore, there's no evidence to indicate that this person was not the defendant.
I guess the possibility that the figure was Mr. Starbuck is still there.
In brief, we need to determine if a third person was there or not. To this end, we should hear the testimony of one of the first people on the scene.
Director Cosmos, huh?
Oh.
Very well.
Wait, Jake.
Buffalo, please bring the witness to the stand. And I will exchange out my voices for something more.
Which I guess makes Jay the judge now.
Da. I believe I've seen you before in the newspapers.
Of course you'll have. Of course you'll have. For I am Yuri Cosmos, director of the Cosmos Space Center, which was of course named after me, Yuri Cosmos.
You were not named after the Cosmos?
Don't you have anything you wish to ask me?
Looks like he's all geared up to do some bragging.
7 years ago, I successfully launched the Hat One and... Yes?
Good boy. Everyone already knows how brilliant you are. Even I am trying to hold back my tears at seeing such a great man standing before me.
Flattery will get you everywhere.
I know, so could you please proceed directly to your important testimony?
You see this fine young lad has a proper appreciation of greatness. Then allow me to begin my epical testimony that will be recorded in the annals of history.
That speech of Prosecutor Blackwell's just now sounded more to me like he was poking fun at Director Cosmos.
It's probably for the best that it sailed right over the director's head.
He did bring the scooters to trial.
Now then, Director Cosmos, the condensed version of your illustrious testimony, please.
What did you see?
Detective Armand and I rushed towards the boarding lounge together. We went via the control room and peeked in from there to see what was going on inside. We saw a figure standing in the middle of the lounge and Darren lying on the floor. I hate to say it, but I can only imagine the standing figure must have been Starbuck.
I see. So in your testimony, you claim You arrived on the scene after the two had escaped from the launch pad to the lounge, and just after the victim had been killed.
Oh, the horror! The humanity! But what I said is what I saw, and what I saw is what I said. Courageous action will take in the face of such terrifying explosions, wouldn't you say? Something in my throat. To save my men, I went personally into the epicenter of danger, risking my own life for theirs.
Well, what do you know? It sounds like the director really cares about his men.
Yeah, although it sounds more like he was scared and just had a peek from far away.
Is the defense ready to cross-examine the witness?
Mm-hmm. Yes, Your Honor. Director Cosmos' testimony is pretty vague.
Okay, we gotta press him.
I'm gonna have to press him and draw out some more information before I do anything else. Have you ever played Ace Attorney before? Have you ever?
Never ever.
Nope, this
Never
is
have
my
I ever.
first trial.
Wow.
First trial of what?
Wow. Hold it. Where were you coming from?
The 6th floor. We were making sure any stragglers made their way to the 4th floor. It was then we'd heard about Starbuck and Darren and hurried to the 3rd floor lounge. My galactic scooter here, of course!
Why do you keep calling it galactic? Does it have something to do with space?
Space! Of course. It's specifically designed to be used on galactic battleships.
Phoenix, for everyone's sake, don't ask him about space.
But battleships, though. Galactic battleships? I see. Then I take it works in 0G, too?
What is that? Sadly, no. But the current state of technology as it is. I'm afraid it would just float about and be galactically useless.
Well, that's a galactic bummer.
More of a segue than a scooter.
I see. So you rushed to the boarding lounge in your space-age pogo stick? And when you got to the scene, what did you see?
We went to the other control room and peeked in from there to see what was going on inside. Peek in the nice little look-see.
Let's see. According to this diagram,
Okay, this is important.
you didn't have to go through the control room to get to boarding lounge 1. It looks like you could have gone there from the southern corridor as well.
Bam, bam, bam.
Yes, but in her haste, Detective Arm rushed ahead of me toward the control room. All I could do was merely follow behind her.
I see.
So we peeked into the boarding lounge for the control room door, and...
Mhm.
Darren.
So you couldn't see who that figure was clearly or what they were doing?
Sadly, the only thing I could tell was that it was a person standing motionless.
The defendant, no doubt, staring aghast at his deed. What other explanation is there?
There is reasonable doubt that is what it was.
Ugh, I'm so close, but without evidence, I can't prove that person's the third party.
I don't relish.
You don't relish.
Oh, too much relish. I don't relish in this, and... I hate to say it, but I can only imagine this anything must be Starbuck.
Why?
Aura Blackwell also saw a suspicious figure in the lounge. But she gave the statement that it was too dark to see the person's face clearly. Did you see this figure's face clearly?
No, not clearly. The lighter they were holding illuminated the area around their feet at the time. But other than that, I could see little else. That's why I could see Darren, but I couldn't see who the other person was.
So for all you know, it might not have been Mr. Starbuck, isn't that correct?
I would like to believe that Starbuck isn't the type of man who's capable of murder.
Objection!
Shut up. When the witness entered the boarding lounge, there was no third person there. Isn't that correct? Great Space Center Director.
Yes, that's right. Only Starbuck and Terran weren't there by that time. After we peeked in, the lounge suddenly went dark and the figure vanished.
You mean they disappeared? That's odd.
Objection!
Ah. The reason the figure appeared to vanish is because it was the defendant. When the witnesses weren't looking, he fell to the floor and feigned consciousness.
Hold it!
Hold it! Hold on. Director Cosmos, did you ever take your eyes off the scene?
Just for a brief instant. About as long as it takes for a shooting star to go by.
If you took your eyes off the scene, then this third person could have escaped during that time.
But what escape route could this person have used?
The direction opposite the control room, the southern door to the elevators. There's no security lock on that door, so it would have been possible to escape that way.
Objection!
All things are possible, right, Dono? The real question is, do you have any proof?
Well, yeah.
Yes or no? If we're just talking possibilities, we could each profess whatever we'd like. An inmate who used to be a university professor and lunar researcher used to say that there's a kingdom of little green men who live under the surface of the moon.
Yeah, as long as they don't punish us in the name of the said moon for what we've done to it.
But I say, where's your proof that this quaint kingdom exists?
He's calling your theory a work of fiction, boss.
And he's right. I don't have any proof yet. Still. The southern door was a possible escape route. I better make a mental note of that. Director Cosmos, may I ask you a question?
Duh!
Why did you look away from the boarding lounge?
There's actually another tale of bravery behind the answers to that. It was when Detective Arms saw the figure and raised her gun. Being a great humanitarian and protector of mankind, I tried to stop her.
What? You're saying Detective Arm raised her gun as soon as she saw the figure?
I imagine our instincts as a detective told her they were the killer.
I don't know about that. And were you able to prevent Detective Arm from firing her gun? Again?
I'm afraid I was too late. I was unable to stop her. She identified herself clearly, and then she fired two warning shots at the shadowy figure.
But that's
But
it.
That's it.
That's
But
it.
that's it.
Love you, Jay. You okay, Jay?
This information about Detective Arm's actions sound critically important. Then please add it to your testimony. Also, shotguns are hard.
Now, how many
Big
bullets were we found?
Just the
Okay,
one,
we
I
found.
thought.
Yeah, we only found one gunshot, right?
We found
Well, we
one.
found the one in the monitor, and then we found the bullet.
No, we
Or
didn't
is it
find
the
the one
same?
in the monitor.
Oh, well, yeah, we found the bullet hole for that.
Mhm.
Yeah, bullet itself
That's
is
it.
missing there. Well,
Mm.
possible that this is the same bullet, but it feels like this is the bit.
It's-
This is the bit.
The bullet hole and the bullet that we found are on clear opposite sides of the room, aren't they?
Yeah. I think we should press this before we like do
Yes.
anything.
Okay.
Hold it!
And neither of these two shots hit the culprit.
Wrong one.
Pardon me. That is correct. The detective appears to have missed on purpose. I think my allergies are acting up because I'm like really
No.
goopy.
Yeah, sorry about that. But did she really? There's something about this that bothers me.
Oh, well.
So Detective Arm fired 2 warning shots, but that's it, did she? That's the first time that info has come out. I wonder if I can find any inconsistencies.
Maybe we should mention we only found 1 bullet?
Do you think it's gonna be picky about which one of these 2 items we pick?
I think
Yes.
the bullet hole is what we present.
Yeah, I'm going bullet hole too.
Who's for bullet hole?
Ooh, me.
Me.
Who's for bullet? Me.
Why do you think it's the bullet?
Because it's only 1
Sure.
bullet.
But which piece of evidence is the one that says we did not find a second bullet hole or bullet?
Single bullet hole.
Well, the
Yeah, it
question
says
is...
single bullet hole. The bullet is missing. It's very specific.
Oh, they're implying that he probably heard 2 gunshots, but they were not from her. Like, one
that's
was from her,
possible.
the other
Maybe.
was from the perpetrator.
Objection!
Yeah.
Hella.
Also, there were 2
Slap
missing
up.
notes that I was looking for.
Are you sure you were really paying attention to what Detective Arm was doing?
You doubt my words? Words that will someday be written down in history books?
Mm-mm. Somehow, I don't think that those exact words will ever be written down in any history books.
Mr. Rat, can you please explain yourself so we can all understand?
You say that Detective Arm fired 2 warning shots. And yet, only 1 bullet hole was ever found at the scene.
What?
Only 1 bullet hole means the gun was only fired once. And yet Director Cosmos is saying Detective Arm fired 2 shots. Do we have her gun? Let's get her gun in evidence. Let's do that. No editor would allow such a glaring contradiction into a history book.
Objection!
Yes, they would.
Yes, they would.
Unfortunately for you, the witness's words are true. We confirmed that 2 shots were fired from Detective Arm's gun.
Objection!
Then why isn't it in my evidence pool? There was only 1 bullet hole at the scene. Where did the other bullet hole vanish to? Ah!
Good little bird. You should know the answer to that already.
I should.
During the previous trial, a certain oxygen tank was presented as evidence. We've already discussed that it was ruptured in the lounge, have we not? Well, it appears that the thing that ruptured it was a bullet. A bullet that was found near the tank, to be precise. This bullet was fired from a .38 caliber gun. The same caliber as the detective's gun.
What? Give me that.
Ahem. Rifling marks match up.
Then what the fuck?
How about you tell us things?
You're asking for a lot.
Impossible.
The rifling marks also match up. You should have requested this information.
I just did.
Yeah, and I gave it to you. There's no question that the bullet was fired from Detective Arm's gun. There's the bullet.
Okay, thank you. How about the gun too, though?
What gun?
Rifling marks. Like the gun's fingerprints on a bullet, correct?
We gotta go through this every game.
Yes.
Yep.
And
just in case you
examining the
forgot.
rifling marks on the bullet can tell us whether the gun was fired from.
One of the bullets the detective fired found its way into the holographic image display. And the other bullet came to a stop near the victim's oxygen tank. The evidence confirmed the director's statement that the detective fired 2 shots.
My beautiful contradiction. Gone. All gone.
So that bullet hole was from a .38 caliber, huh? I better update the record.
Wait, are they different?
Yes.
Oh.
Well-
We have the bullet that we found is a 10 caliber.
Yeah.
Oh,
It's
so
a lot
there's a second gun.
smaller. Yeah, it's a
Second gun.
Which means there were
Wait,
at least 3 shots.
Well,
Doesn't that mean that there's also another bullet missing from
the
an
question
arm?
is, was the second bullet actually this bullet? Which means
Why would that
she
be?
shot once, but then someone else shot the second one?
But we know for a fact that Detective Arm's gun fired twice. They
Hmm.
just
Yeah,
said that.
Didn't
Well-
Blackwell just say that? That's why I want the gun in evidence.
Yeah.
I think they're implying that
on.
because of
Back
these
down,
things.
back down, back down. There's no question that the bullet rifle
The
marks-
bullets.
Down.
One of the bullets the detective fired found his way into the holograph display. The other bullet came to a stop near the victim's oxygen tank. Now,
The
we
evidence
are
confirms
assuming
with
that.
the director's statement that the detective fired 2 shots.
Well, is that evidence actually correct, though?
Bring up the court record again. I wasn't done looking at that. No, not that.
Oh.
The history. That's what I meant. One more up. One
Is
of the
Blackwell-
bullets the detective fired found its way into the holographic image display. The other bullet came to a stop near the victim's oxygen tank. So they found the bullet that we just got in evidence near the oxygen tank.
Yes.
Did they also find the one that was in the monitor?
That's
It does say
no.
that it's missing.
It was
says it's
made
missing.
by a bullet fired from a 38. So the thing is, this would have had to where does this come
So
from?
you're saying that one was in the vent. We reached into the vent and then we got that.
Yes.
Correct.
We know for a fact, supposedly, the game is telling us, it's in our evidence, that the one in the monitor came from the 38 caliber.
Yes.
And there was also this bullet that was sitting next to the oxygen tank that it supposedly ruptured.
I'm saying there might be this might not necessarily mean that it ruptured the oxygen tank. It just might have landed there.
That's fair. It could have.
Because this is Blackwell's hypothesis on how it works.
I
So
see.
you think this bullet bounced off of the screen after going through the hole in the middle?
Potentially. It's Ace Attorney.
I think Phoenix is going to start yelling soon.
Okay.
What's Judge's line said?
And am I good to talk now?
Yeah, you're good. I'm sorry.
Okay.
Taco, no!
Very-
Go get him!
Very good. Now we know the fate of both the shot detective unfired. Mr. Rice, does it clear up all of your questions, please?
Oh, honey, does it ever
Hmm.
not?
Detective Arm fired 2 warning shots. One hit the holographic display, and the other hit the oxygen tank. Do I have a problem with this? Okay, fine. Does that really clear everything up? No.
No.
Yes, it does.
Wait
No.
one fuck, Your Honor.
Big slapper. No, Your Honor, it doesn't. Detective Arm fired 2 warning shots from a .38 caliber gun. But that doesn't explain the existence of a certain piece of evidence found at the scene. A piece that points to the existence of a third person.
Oh. Do I need to fire that Bobby?
Well, very well, but it won't do to keep us waiting, Mr. Wright. What piece of evidence suggests the possibility of a third person at the scene?
Slapper, take that.
Yep.
And what is this metal pellet supposed to be?
Judge,
Just a
please.
little- Just a little something of great importance we found at the crime scene, Your Honor. Why is
They-
everybody using golden bullets in this trial?
Now, they did mention that this bullet was there's no gun that normally would use this type of bullet because it's so small.
Okay, but it's a bullet, so it had to get
It's a
fired from
very
something.
tiny bullet.
You found it where?
In a floor gutter at the crime scene. It looks like the police and prosecution both missed it. Furthermore, this is a 10 caliber bullet, making it much smaller than one of Detective Arm's 38 calibers.
Well, then that means...
Slap. Exactly. One more person must have been there in the lounge. A third person who had a gun that could fire 10 caliber bullets.
He's short.
And if that's true, it explains why Detective Arm fired warning shots. This third person fired at Detective Arm and Director Cosmos with their gun. And in return, the detective fired her warning shots.
I'm guessing they're implying there might have been 2 shots from her then.
Isn't that how it really went down, Director Cosmos?
The reason I'm questioning is because Cosmos would have mentioned there was a third gunshot if that was the case.
Yeah, ha, ha. It looks like you've deduced my miraculous tale of survival. I'm a little pirate. Yes, you're absolutely correct. The mystery person fired upon us.
So it's you we should be mad at.
Then why didn't you say that?
I don't trust this guy.
You never breathed a word of any of this to me before.
Aren't I a stinker? Well, all great men have a secret or two, don't you know?
Foolish old geezer.
So Director Cosmos really has been hiding the presence of a third person all along. Director Cosmos, I want you to testify to the court about what you really saw.
You may be a very great man, but in my courtroom, you are just another witness. You will receive any special treatment here. Now please give us accurate testimony.
Oh boy, does that mean I get to perjury thrice?
Why would he not tell us that he got fired on? That's the coolest part of his story.
Right. What I really saw.
Detective Arm and I rushed to the control room together. In the lounge, we saw a figure standing in the middle of the room and Darren on the floor. We were still in the control room to the east when the figure fired at us.
Given that there was no third person in the lounge, or when a witness entered it, does this mean the person who fired the gun had been the defendant?
Not necessarily. It's still possible that it was someone else. Most likely, as soon as Detective Arm and Director Cosmos discovered this person, they escaped through the southern door, the one that didn't have a security lock.
Objection!
No. Double-edged swords are a tricky lot. Mishandled one and it's you who is cut down.
Eh?
Your reasoning could apply if Spaceboy were the killer as well. Think about it. After being discovered, he could have fired the 10 caliber gun. Arm could have responded by firing 2 warning shots. All he had to do was feign unconsciousness to invent the possibility of a third person.
Objection!
Objection! Every single character in this trial could be Spaceboy. You can't call them all that. But Mr. Starbuck didn't have a gun in his possession when he was found by the police.
Shut up, Spaceboy.
Nor has a gun been found at the crime scene. Its absence can only be explained if there was a third party who took it with them.
Objection!
No. Recall the existence of the trash chute in the boarding lounge. The defendant could have simply thrown the gun down the chute.
Objection!
Then we should check that. But you can't deny the possibility of a third person leaving with the weapon.
Objection!
No, yes, I can. It's up to you to prove that possibility. Also, the trash chute are automatically emptied by robots. I think we went over that.
Okay, well then go to wherever they emptied it.
Let's go to the dump yard and see if we find a gun.
You think the Phoenix Wright won't? I'm going.
Yeah, and then prove it was the same gun in this trial.
This
Get
dump is
fingerprints,
full of guns.
Gun fingerprints.
Here's a gun, wrong gun. Here's a gun, wrong gun. Here's a gun, looks right, but not the right caliber.
Look, I found a tiny golden gun. You don't think that this is relevant?
Prosecutor Blackwell, I found 40 guns.
Any of them 10 caliber?
In this
Yes!
pile. So far.
Wait,
Oh my God.
Bobby.
Okay.
What's wrong with this town?
That's our evidence that we forgot to dispose of properly.
Keep going, Bobby. Keep going. I'm on your side. Come on.
And I trust you have forgotten.
Okay.
No, Bobby!
Burrowing into a
Down!
pile of junk that's just guns.
I've distracted Blackwell. I'm winning.
And I trust you haven't forgotten my little piece of decisive evidence. Taka, take the gun and leave.
Destruction of evidence. Fuck you. What evidence?
What evidence?
Hey!
Why, the detonator switch was found in Mr. Starbuck's pocket, naturally. The most compelling evidence of all that tells that he is the culprit.
Did we know that? I did forget all about that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Look, your boldness. How deliciously obvious it is that the lack of evidence to rival mine. That they lack.
Wow. He sliced our third person theory to ribbons and served it to us just like that.
Well, yes, well, I have a question of my own, actually. That bullet with the mysterious finger shoot. The figure shot. What did it hit exactly?
What? It hit me.
So that means.
I was wondering when you would realize it, your boldness. Director Cosmos, an authentic, bona fide ghost. He can even pass through walls.
Look at the bullshit.
Objection!
Prosecutor Blackwell, shame on you for teasing the nice old gentleman.
But it's funny. Your boldness, it was all in jest. Please show yourself again.
Are you sure? In that case, how did you manage to survive being shot, Director Cosmos?
I'm glad you asked. It was a miracle befitting a great history-making figure such as myself.
Oh!
Glorious Medal of Honor,
Oh.
whereby it ricocheted, thus saving my life.
Okay, so where did Ricochet to?
Well,
Did that?
we found it in an event, so... Which, if I open the diagram... wrong diagram... Wait. Do I not have a diagram of the room?
I don't make any fucking
It's not in your
I didn't
evidence?
think until this moment to report that you had been shot.
Oh, there it is. Okay,
Now you're
so...
upset about that?
Shot at.
So, I believe the vent is, like, here? But I'm not
Yes,
certain.
yeah. I'm calling bullshit. I'm calling bullshit. I'm gonna get mad. Get ready to get mad.
Did you die? Yes, but I lived.
The one quote from Ice Age 3 everyone knows. Anyways.
What?
That's unbelievable.
I have to check this out. Oh, wow. Look at that. There's one extra Gyaxa star.
The odds are literally astronomical. I guess it really was a miracle.
It's beginning to really feel like the Cosmos is watching out for Director Cosmos.
But why did you conceal this information, Director Cosmos?
Getting the robots to play.
A great man such as myself has to hide things on occasion, no matter how much it hurts. It is the plight of the truly great. It may be hard for this generation to understand. You youngins
I don't know.
with your phones and your written words.
I don't know, but it sounds fishy to me. What else is he hiding?
Is he Is he
Telegrams
complaining about written words?
What the hell is that too?
Back in my day, we didn't have this fancy technology. We just went to space by jumping
You had
to the
pencils.
eye.
You had pencils. Let's just cross-examine him and see
Nah.
what we can find out.
Shut up, old man.
Get out.
No,
Alright, I'll stay here
I've
then.
earned the right to be and complain as much as I want.
You can't. You have no power.
Get out of there.
Okay.
It's true. When you're old, you get to complain as much as you want.
It's truly.
Well, now then, Mr. Wright, your cross-examination, please.
I had to scratch. V2% shows up just to call Cosmos out. Control room.
Hold it! We've already heard all about that part. Don't you have any new information, old man?
Well, let me see. If you have an hour or two, I could tell you all about the Hat One Miracle.
I don't. Slappa. We already all know all about that too. Tell us something related to the incident.
I see you want to know about incidents. Well, then let me tell you about the many incidents that made me the man I am today. Yes, if you have the time, I will tell you all about the upbringing of this great man.
No! You've told us all about that already as well. What we need now is your testimony.
Did I really already tell you all about my upbringing? I don't recall doing so.
6 times, yes. You have
I'll tell you all
Alzheimer's.
about the DL6 incident.
No.
Dr. Cosmos, perhaps you could save your boastful tales for later.
If I must. Well, we peeked in through the control room door and...
Helpful press.
Very.
saw a figure standing in the middle of the room.
Hold it!
But it was so dark you couldn't see this figure's face, isn't that right?
The room was as deep and dark as outer space itself. Speaking of outer space, during the Hat 1 launch 7 years ago...
No!
Not me.
If that was it, if it's about that Hat One Miracle again, you can sod off and tell it to a stray mutt!
Yeah, excellent idea. No reason why the animal world shouldn't hear of my greatness. Here, you.
And so they shall. But first, your testimony. What happened next?
Also
I'll
helpful.
start with this bird over here. Hello, bird. Let me tell you about the Hat
Talk, I'll
1
leave.
Miracle.
Hold it!
For your own good, leave.
Taka kill. So, in other
Hello,
words,
little puppy dog.
I did notice I was slipping into karma voice by being upset at him.
so in other words, you were fired at while you were at the control room door.
That is correct.
There's something not quite right about that. Director Cosmos, the bullet this person fired hit you, isn't that right?
Da, it was a miracle. A miracle befitting a great history-making figure such as myself. The bullet the figure fired hit me while I was in the control. But as the cosmos would have it, the bullet bounced off of my glorious Medal of Honor.
In that case, the bullet should have wound up somewhere around the control room door.
Okay, so Director Cosmos was in the control room to the east. And while
And while he was there, he was shot at by someone with a 10 caliber gun.
But the bullet hit his metal, so he was able to escape with his life. He's a very lucky man. No wonder people think he's great.
Hey, I'm pretty lucky myself, so if he's a great man, then I'm king of all the cosmos. Oh, nice reference.
Nick is very lucky.
Sailor Moon, and then also, Katamari.
Katamari.
Yes.
Come on.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah. Yes.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Big slap up. Director Cosmos. Yeah. I
Yeah.
believe you're telling this great. Yeah.
My.
A great man like me tell a lie? Have you ever heard of such a thing in all of history? Name one
mean-
time in history that a self-proclaimed great man has lied.
yesterday.
My accusation is based on the positions of the people who were in the lounge. According to your testimony, you and Detective Arm were near the control room door, and the mystery figure was standing in the middle of the boarding lounge. If, as you say, the figure fired a gun at you from this position, then the bullet would have traveled in this direction. However, we found the 10 caliber bullet here. Big slap up. This trajectory and where the bullet was actually found contradict each other. Director Cosmos, where were you really when you were being shot at? Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you the human merry-go-round.
Objection!
He spins around in a swivel chair while screaming.
Don't tell me you've forgotten already. Didn't the witness himself just tell you? The bullet, it is metal. Of this, there's no mistake.
Objection!
Objection! But in that case, the bullet should have been found near the east side of the room. Are you trying to say that you can explain this inconsistency? Sword time.
Of course I can.
I didn't think so. Wah!
Oh, great director of Cosmos.
Yes? Is there something you'd like me to expound upon?
You were in fact not in the control room to the east, were you? You were looking into the lounge from this door to the south. Is that not right?
What are you getting at?
Use your own brain. Your head must have some use other than housing that bird's nests.
Bird's nest. Why does everyone pick on my hair?
Have you seen it? I know I'm
Yeah,
not
it's
in a
really
position to
cool.
speak, but Director Cosmos and the detective witnessed the scene from the southern door. The killer fired at them there, and that is why the bullet was found in the south.
Ah, that makes some sense, actually.
Also, the witness being at the south door is rather favorable for the prosecution.
Yeah, I've got a bad feeling about this.
You don't remember Phoenix?
I remember everything.
How about it, Director? If you don't tell the truth this time. Ugh!
Oh,
Yikes! His handcuffs!
You will become but rust upon my sword. I relish the chance to cut down a great man.
Not the relish again! Alright, I'll tell the truth! Just put your sword away! You are correct, I, the great Yuri Cosmos, have committed perjury.
yeah.
Alright, you only got two
Was
more.
looking into the room from the southern door.
What? That's the complete opposite of all the testimony is given so far.
And now you lost your possibility that a third person was in the room.
I have? Yeah, what? Oh,
Have you
no,
forgotten
no.
about the doors, Phoenix?
No, have you forgotten about the different size bullets?
I'm not complaining about that.
I
It
am.
doesn't matter.
I say
Because
it does.
Because it's impossible for a third person.
Hmm.
The director and detective were near the southern door, meaning the killer couldn't have escaped through there. The western door required print recognition. The corridor beyond was filled with smoke. The only escape route left is the eastern control room door. And the only way to get through there was with Director Cosmos' fingerprints.
Yeah.
In short, there would be no escape for any third person that had been there, had there been one.
My third person just disappeared. Look at one of Trucy's magic tricks.
No, not into the Panthers!
No!
Order!
Oh, sorry.
Oh,
You're
let's
the
have it.
judge.
It is
All
my
the
courtroom
judges-
now!
Oh no.
Sorry, brother.
What? Cosmos, why did you tell such an outrageous lie?
5 identical, like, pentuplet brothers, and then their one, like, weird Canadian younger brother.
Eh?
Yeah.
Look at me when I'm scolding you!
You were covering for the defendant. Isn't that right?
Yeah, da. It was all for the love of my men. I love my men. If I said I was in the Eastern Control Room,
Yowie Cosmos.
choo-choo, it would mean the culprit would have escaped through the southern door. It would have meant that there could have been a third person. All I wanted to do was protect Starbuck.
His segue makes that noise.
Oh yeah.
Why did you build a courtroom right next to the train station? I
To
said
keep
there
things
was-
on track.
What even is the train? There aren't actually any train tracks near me.
Ghost train.
I think there's like that's so loud, and like the nearest train tracks is like a few miles, is like a couple miles away.
Yeah, okay, yeah.
Anyway, ghost trains aside, I said I was in the control room to invent an escape route for a third person.
Why would you fucking do this to me? Was he really covering for the defendant?
It looks like we've come to a conclusion that no one likes. The defense's argument, the possibility of a third person, has crumbled.
No!
Yes. It's over.
Yikes. The judge is about to hand down his verdict. Think, Phoenix, think. This is the perfect time to try and turn my thinking around. If a third person had no way of escaping the scene, then what if one of the people at the scene was this third person? Wait! What if the whole premise is all wrong?
Guys, the train is getting louder.
They're approaching.
Mute.
It's approaching.
Mute. Director
Dodge.
Cosmos said that he and Detective Arm rushed to the scene together. But what if that premise isn't true? What if one of them reached the scene before the other one? And if that person entered the lounge, then they would be the third person.
The defendant is the only one who could have killed the victim and shot the director. There doesn't appear to be any room for argument against these claims. I will now render my verdict.
Stop that!
Every time.
No, please wait, Your Honor. There is still one possibility.
Oh, this had better be good, Mr. Wright.
There is one and only one person who could have escaped from the scene. And that person would be the first person who arrived on the scene. Then, upon entering the boarding lounge, the second person to arrive came via the southern door. That's why the first person fled from the room, using an escape route that was accessible only to them.
I have terrible news.
Are you dying?
Uh-huh.
Are you doing battle?
Very well. Let's hear more about this story. Well, that battle's already won.
See, I left my Switch in the other room so that I wouldn't be playing Hades 2 this whole time.
Mhm.
I was grabbing throat lozenges.
I mean, it's obvious, but I was giving Jay time to say the line.
Like who?
It would be Director Cosmos, right?
Yeah, for sure. Also, couldn't somebody jump into the trash chute?
Yeah, that
Incidentally.
I don't
And
know.
get picked up by a robot and thrown into the landfill with where all the guns are?
The perfect escape plan, yes.
What? But that's. Mr. Red, what are you claiming here? I'm not bald.
Of all the people who were at the scene, only the witness could have escaped.
And be bald.
Oh.
The director is the only one with the authority to open the control room door, after all.
But what that means?
Mm-hmm. Exactly. The true identity of the third person is our current witness. Director Yuri Cosmos.
What?
What?
Order horror in the court, I say. Mr. Jewel, explain yourself in more detail.
I assert that Director Cosmos arrived at the scene before Detective Arm and entered the boarding lounge alone. Detective Arm arrived after that and saw a suspicious figure who was actually Director Cosmos standing in the lounge. And that's why she fired those 2 warning shots.
Yeah, I've been hit on the starboard side.
Captain Wright! It's a direct hit on the enemy ship, sir! A magnificent shot!
Warning shots fired from the enemy ship. Prepare to intercept.
Sploosh!
Cosmos,
Boom!
you're told a lie in his court. Once again.
Oopsie doozy. I've been hit on the port side. The enemy has called in reinforcements.
Only one more.
Earth to Cosmos Control Center requesting permission that you to ask that you return to reality.
Niet. Permission denied. But my ship will not go down to anything less than the ultimate weapon of evidence.
Objection.
Evidence star.
But I do have evidence. In fact, you could say that your battleship bears its scar. If Director
How
Cosmos,
would you pronounce that?
Nurgle. If Director Cosmos is the third person or a Blackwell saw, this third person fired at Detective Arm and Director Cosmos with their gun. And in return, the detective fired her warning shots. Isn't that how it really went down, Director Cosmos? Ha-ba-ba-ba. Director Cosmos must have been the one who fired the 10 caliber gun. When Detective Arm discovered him in the lounge, it only makes sense that he would have turned and shot at her. Therefore, the evidence on the director's body is of a different kind of relevance than before. Slapper. Once we compare it against another piece of evidence, the mark that you receive from the third party will be all the proof we need.
So was his badge hit by the larger bullet?
Yeah. Well,
To prove that you were the one in there, the one there in the lounge.
Brace for further impact.
Comparison against this piece of evidence will prove that you were the one in the lounge.
because like if Detective Arm was the one with the 38 caliber, then it had to have been the 38 caliber handgun.
Yes, that makes sense.
Yeah.
So I
Brace
guess
for
let's-
impact. Screen shakes. Everyone falls over.
I guess
Yeah.
we assumed this.
And we're right. The 38 caliber bullet found on the floor at the scene didn't hit the oxygen tank. It hit Director Cosmos' metal. If we have that ricochet mark on the metal analyzed, I'm sure the caliber will match up. And if that mark proves to be from a 38 caliber bullet, it will prove that you are the third person we've been looking for.
The bridge is destroyed, losing altitude. All hands abandon ship.
If that's true, then what about the bullet that hit the oxygen tank?
It was the 10 caliber bullet.
Ah, there it is.
In other words, it was the bullet fired by Yuri Cosmos. Isn't that right, director?
No, you've got it all wrong. But the engines have started again. It's a miracle I'm not going down yet.
Witness, stop us at once and confess the truth.
Slappa. If you don't want the history books to say that a great man was a great liar.
Then accept your fate and tell the truth.
Are you giving me orders? Me, the great director of the Cosmos Space Center. Yeah, but the cosmos revolves around me.
Come on.
Someone get me off this thing!
Order in the court! And will someone please stop the witness from spinning?
Hey, Logical, is the freak out just what you hoped for? Or breakdowns?
Who think I was able to stop him from spinning off the face of the earth?
While he was twirling, I took the liberty of running an analysis on the mark of the metal. It was made by a 38 caliber bullet, matching it with the size of Detector Arm's firearm. Don't puke in the courtroom.
Are you ready to confess the truth, witness?
Yet, you've got it all wrong. This is just a misunderstanding.
Is he going to start piling on more lies?
It looks like it. But no matter how many lies he tells, I'll just expose them one by one. I'll make that big liar tell the truth.
To be
To be
continued.
Odd place for that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember this game having some weird ones.
And it wasn't him. Director Cosmos, a new possibility has been presented by the defense. They are claiming that you are this third person.
Forgive me. I'm so sorry.
So the great pioneer of space development is revealed to be just another fabulous cur. I only have one question for the likes of you. Shall I send you off quickly or very quickly?
The evidence doesn't lie, Director Cosmos, so don't try to talk your way out of this. Get the old man, get him.
Fine, I'll tell the truth. It is all just as you'll say, Mr. Wright. It's true that I was there in the boarding lounge. I got there before Detective Arm. When she arrived, she fired warning shots at me. I was afraid people would mistake me for the killer, so I escaped to the control room. I then went past the elevators and all the way around to the boarding lounge one again. I came up behind Detective Arm and pretended to be the second on the scene.
What a troublesome old man you are, with such convoluted deeds and thoughts.
I see. So then... Are you still insisting that you did not kill the victim?
Of course I am. When I arrived at the lounge alone, I saw the true killer. Right here in Cosmos was a history-making witness.
Hold it!
That's been lying this
Hold
whole
it.
time and will probably get kicked out of court.
I think you should be. Hold on just one moment. We just proved a few minutes ago that the third person that Mr. Starbuck and Miss Aura Blackwell saw was you.
No, it wasn't me. I saw the person as well. If I were the killer alone, I'd lie to cover for Starbuck. I would just leave him and take the fall.
That is an excellent point.
Starbuck.
Yada.
Ba-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba.
Well, it makes sense if he told those lies to cover for Mr. Starbuck.
Still, a lie's a lie, Athena.
So Director Cosmos claims he's not the culprit. But where's the proof?
Ah, I just remembered.
Oh, alibi? Alibi!
Alibi.
What?
What?
Miss Blackwell said that she saw the killer at 10 a.m., correct? Other menus.
Yes, and?
Well, I was on 4th floor helping with the evacuation efforts. Ask any member of the staff you like. They'll corroborate me.
The director is now fibbing to the court for once. I confirm that he has an alibi for the time specified.
So, you're claiming that Miss Blackwell saw the killer commit the crime first at 10 a.m. and that you arrived at the lounge after that.
Yes, and I believe the person I saw is the same person as that Miss Blackwell saw. Although it was pitch black, so if it was more of a shadowy figure and less of a person, I couldn't actually see their face. It was definitely the silhouette of an Earth.
As long as he has an alibi,
But what species
we
of Earth was
can't very well claim Director Cosmos was the killer.
No, we can't. Then again, maybe we don't need to yet. I wonder if he was really covering for Mr. Starbuck. Your Honor, the defense moves to have the director testify about the person he saw.
Very well. Director Cosmos, your testimony, please. Accurately.
No! More lie.
What I really witnessed.
what I really witnessed. As I tried to enter the lounge, the true killer inside fired a gun at me. I hid to avoid getting shot. But when I tried to get another look, it had vanished into thin air. I was near the elevator side door and, well, the launch pad one door. And the control room door should have been shut tight to the killer.
So you were shot at by the killer as well, and then they disappeared?
Though luckily no harm came to my glorious body. Unfortunately, the bullet hit Terran's oxygen tank. I know because I heard that bang! That must have been the sound of the tank being ruptured. I bet his
Wait.
body is glorious underneath that suit.
Wait, but I thought the bullet hit his metal.
That was Detective Arm's bullet, remember?
Right. What a mess this is turning into.
For
So,
real.
let's see. Director Cosmos is claiming that when he found Mr. Terran and his killer, the culprit shot a 10 caliber bullet at him.
Right, but it actually hit Mr. Terran's oxygen tank and ruptured it.
And then the killer disappeared, and the director went into the boarding lounge. When Detective Arm caught up and fired those warning shots at him. Judging by his medal, it looks like one of them almost took him out, too.
Good summary, but that doesn't explain where our mystery killer went. Director Cosmos, I was wondering if you could elaborate on when this figure disappeared.
I'm ashamed to admit I had tried to hide myself when I was shot at, but when I peeped back into the lounge, the real killer was gone. I rushed into the lounge straight away to investigate. But what I found was Terran with a knife in his chest and Starbuck out cold on the floor.
So the culprit who vanished from the scene and had no escape route.
Vanished without a trace. It's truly like one of the great mysteries of the cosmos.
Silence!
One of the great
Shut
locked
up
room
about
mysteries.
space! A riddle of the ages
Locked
indeed.
room
But I'd rather know how a fibbing leech such as you can be lauded as great.
A great man is always misunderstood in his own time. But he must remain true to himself, even if those around him don't understand.
Wow, that might be the first true statement he said all day. But how do you suppose this person managed to vanish so suddenly?
Simple. Because it was Spaceboy himself. When he was spotted by the director and Aura, he quickly feigned unconsciousness. That would certainly take all the mystery out of the idea of a vanishing culprit.
I want to raise an objection, but I don't have any counter evidence. Director Cosmos, when you saw this person, did you also see Mr. Starbuck on the floor?
No, because it was dark as a black hole in there. I didn't see Starbuck until the other person who vanished and I entered the room.
That wasn't exactly helpful.
I prepare to accept your surrender, right, Dono? Or I'm prepared.
From my cold dead hands, you bitch. I can't find any
Slash.
white holes in this testimony, but I can't give up. I'm okay. Didn't get me.
Back.
Mr. Wright, why don't you let me help?
Huh?
Oh.
While the director was giving his testimony, I detected a cacophony of discord.
So if I am saving right now...
Yeah.
Oh. It doesn't actually say what it is.
Which means he's hiding his true feelings from us, huh? Therapy.
Therapy.
This there.
Therapy.
This just might help us find out what happened to our vanished killer. That'd be great, Athena. Let's see what you can do with him. Kill him, Athena.
You got it, boss. I wouldn't want to miss this chance to delve into a great mind. Yuri Cosmos, prepare to hand over the secrets of your heart to me.
Can I say no?
Nope.
Get him. Get his ass.
Two killers hired. Hit to avoid.
Sad and surprised and a little angry. That makes sense.
Lack of emotion when
No
it's
emotion.
gone.
Not surprised.
Not surprised, yeah. It was near the elevator side door. Why are you sad?
Oh, are you sad?
But first. Why you have to be sad?
It gotta be that one. It gotta be
Why
that
you
one.
have to be
guess.
sad?
Correct me if I'm wrong, but you seem to be afraid of the launch pad door. Oh, okay. That's what
Why you
that
have to
means.
be afraid?
Why are you afraid?
Afraid. The great Yuri Cosmos afraid? And what basis do you have for that outlandish accusation?
Whether I have any basis or not, you seem quite distressed by it.
I'm most certainly not.
Slap. Director Cosmos, there's something about the launch pad door you're not telling us, isn't there?
specialists. And it looks like you hit the nail on the head, boss.
Ugh.
It's working, boss. One more punch and it'll be a knockout. There seems to be one more emotion that's at odds with his testimony. Go get him.
Okay, back into the Matrix it is. Time to pinpoint our way to victory.
I'm guessing nothing
Hold on.
really changed besides that. Let me just double check here. Yeah, still sad.
Okay. Okay.
Is
okay.
it?
Is the lack of surprise here?
Yeah. Yeah!
Yeah. We're the best.
We nailed him.
You must have thought it was very strange that the killer vanished into the air.
I did. I think the kind of thing just doesn't happen usually. It's very, very strange. Strange.
And
Pull
yet,
my
at the
pants.
same time, you barely registered any shock at the occurrence.
But very.
I can only think of one reason as to why you weren't surprised by the killer's vanishing act. You must have had a good idea of where they went. Isn't that right?
No, of course not. That's preposterous. How could you even suggest that? Only I can enter the control room. And the area beyond the launchpad door was filled with smoke, making it impossible. And as for the southern door, I was standing right there. So there was nowhere for the killer to run to.
Maybe or maybe not. You went into the room to check on Mr. Starbuck and Mr. Tarrant, yes? What if the culprit took that opportunity to silently slip out through the southern door? Oh, that's a good idea.
Mm-hmm.
I highly doubt it. As you recall, right after I entered the lounge, Detective Arm came rushing towards it herself via the southern hallway. Anyone trying to escape through there would have been caught by her.
And yet the director wasn't surprised the killer vanished. So you're absolutely sure there was no escape route for the culprit to use?
I'll just input those 2 pieces of data and... Yes, just what I wanted to see.
That's nice.
Presto changeo, less Discord.
Let's go! Discord!
No!
Oh.
Looks like we're on the right track.
Thanks, Athena. Now to make sense of what we've learned. Director Cosmos wasn't surprised that the culprit suddenly vanished from the lounge, which points to the possibility that he knew where the killer had escaped to. Furthermore, talking about the door to the launch pad made him uneasy. In other words, he's probably hiding something about the launch pad 1 door. When we put these 2 pieces of information together, only one solution to this puzzle comes to mind. Director Cosmos, did the real killer escape through here? I guess the Launchpad 1 corridor.
It had to have been.
Take that!
The culprit went through the Launchpad 1 door to escape, didn't they?
Yes, I mean, no. Disaster to starboard. We're going to crash into an asteroid.
A master tactician, you are not.
But the area beyond the door was filled with smoke, wasn't it?
True, but this is still the only logical answer there is. If we could just figure out what the director is hiding about the Launchpad 1 door, we should be able to iron out the logical inconsistencies.
But that door requires fingerprint recognition. Only Starbuck Terran and I have access. I don't see how the killer could have opened that security lock, do you?
Mm-mm. That's an easy one. The killer was right there in the boarding lounge, meaning there's a way he could have easily gotten past that security lock. Oh.
Hmm.
Come to think of it, we did examine the prints on the fingerprint recognition device. I propose that the killer use this person's fingerprints to get past the security lock.
Apollo!
Just pick up
No.
the hand and slap it on there.
Yeah, just slather it all over.
I can't
Dead
open
boy.
the evidence to make sure, but it was him, right?
Is Dead Boy, yeah.
Take that!
It was wrong, boy!
No!
Yeah!
That person's fingerprints were not found in the evidence. I wish I could have looked at the court record before I saw
Ah.
that.
Blackwell,
Well,
you
what the
fool! If you
fuck?
cut off one little hair flippy thing, another two more will grow in its place.
He just continues getting stronger.
Starbucks prints were found on the scanner
Yeah.
screen.
Yeah.
I was wanting to open the court record to make sure which one was the case.
Okay.
Dumbass, you should look at the court records.
No.
You sounded so sure only to produce this nonsense. What were you thinking, right?
No, wait. No. Well, I was thinking my crow could use a trim.
You're welcome.
Thanks.
That's the free haircuts I've gotten. Want to be out on your own time, Mr. Wright.
Yeah, Fulbright's mentioned he took Terrence's glove off, but we don't know if, like, the killer could have taken his glove off and on again. You know.
Yeah, I could have put it back on.
Guess so.
But we have the evidence
Yes,
to say
Your
that's
Honor.
not what happened.
Though I can't recommend Barbara Blackwell if you value your head. Me in the land, blah 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 blah.
Yeah, there's no option to open the menu here.
Lame.
Larry.
Take that! That's...
Mr. Starbuck was lying unconscious there in the boarding lounge.
Now you know how this is not necessarily helping your case, Phoenix.
Anybody could have easily gotten into his lab past the security lock by using Mr. Starbuck's prints.
Annie.
And actually, Mr. Starbuck's prints are exactly what we found on the device's screen.
Ah!
It looks like he does have something to hide about the Launchpad 1 door. And I'm betting it's got something to do with the culprit's escape route. But I don't have enough information to see the whole picture yet.
You know, something just occurred to me. Would you like to hear it?
Oh, from you? Anytime? Of course, yes.
There's a security camera in the boarding room lounge 1.
Mm-hmm. Right, the one that recorded the victim and the defendant. What about it, Your Honor?
If the true culprit escaped from the Latchpad 1 corridor, then that might be recorded on security footage as well. Then the mystery would be solved. What do you think of my logic?
I love you, Judge. I wish
Yeah,
that
yeah,
could
yeah.
be the case.
Why?
It's a smart thought, Judge, but unfortunately,
Were the cameras off?
I don't think he deserves all those dots.
I hope you didn't strain your faculties too much for that, Your Boldness.
I beg your pardon.
Look, if we play the security footage beyond this point,
Oh my! The footage cuts off!
the camera was running on backup power, but apparently power cables were damaged. Most likely by the after effects of the explosion. There is no footage after this, be it of criminals or space aliens.
And I thought it was such a good idea, too.
But I do have some footage for you, Judge.
could it be?
Bop.
Just because your grandchild is watching from the gallery, it doesn't mean you should try to show off too much. Grandpa Boldness.
Prosecutor Blackwell, how did you know about my grandchild?
He has the same bald spot as you do.
I think his grandchild just learned a little bit about the harshness of the adult world.
Big slap up.
I like your idea, though,
Set it-
Judge.
Setting aside the issue of grandchildren, I'd like to have the witness continue. Director Cosmos, could you tell us more about when you entered the lounge?
You know, I kind of did this to you. I told them off, like, after the trial yesterday that there was no more footage, but
Yeah,
I should have told you
not fair. Not fair for the judge, I don't think.
too.
If I must.
Sad. Sad. Why are you sad? Well, dead body, but sad.
Sad here?
Afraid?
Dead body,
Sad
sad.
Okay.
Dead
Ah.
bodies make me sad.
Surprise!
Oh.
Whoa.
Shots! I mean, if someone... Yeah, I would be angry if that happened to me.
I'm a little angry too.
Yeah.
Bang!
Oh my god, it's like perfectly timed too. Oh.
Anyways, sad?
Is it the sadness here?
Let's try sadness here. No.
Oh. When we view your emotions alongside your testimony, we find the unexpected emotion. Wait a minute. There really isn't anything strange here.
I don't know, but I think maybe we made a mistake, Mr. Wright.
I think maybe you're right, but we don't get punished for these segments, so it's fine.
Let's take another look.
Okay.
There must be an unexpected emotion somewhere.
Is it here?
Angry?
Let's try angry.
Oh!
Oh, I'm sorry, I misclicked. No, angry is fine. Holding B.
It's fun to be angry. It's okay to be angry when you get shot at.
Bang!
It's a normal emotion that people feel, and they're allowed to feel it.
Yeah, all these emotions feels fine.
Is it the lack of emotion here?
Yeah, like, there's nothing here, but like...
Killer could have only escaped to the launch pad, right?
Why would he be
What
afraid
would
of...
we choose?
Yeah.
I
don't think-
No.
I think it's just
Surprise, maybe?
Maybe. Let me... Oh, wait. If I go here...
Oh. What do you
I
think
didn't know
about
we could do
Director
this.
Cosmos' emotional responses, Athena?
Actually, my cat is really sick.
You have a cat?
I
Why
do
is
have
this
a
the
cat.
first time we've heard about the cat? Come on. What?
So what's the
Oh,
cat?
I'm very sorry to hear that.
And on top of that, my dog just doesn't seem to want to play with me.
Oh. Oh. Why are you telling me all this now?
Just humor me, okay? Now, when you heard about my cat, and then about my dog, which story made you feel sad?
The cat.
The story about your cat, of course. It's only natural.
Because I care about
Exactly.
cats more.
That would be the natural reaction. But there's nothing natural about the director's reactions.
Okay.
I think how each individual reaction changes across the whole testimony will be the key.
Sounds unnaturally complicated, but that somehow doesn't surprise me.
Okay, so he is very surprised and afraid here. Barely afraid. He barely
Okay,
gets
okay.
surprised by this. Or like sad about this.
Yeah, try that then.
Oh yeah, he's literally getting shot, but he was more afraid of the other one.
Give it a shot.
Oh, so it's weird that he's
But it's
less
not it!
afraid of getting shot.
Maybe it's the
Not
other
it.
one then. The other sadness.
Bang.
Or is it fear?
Yeah, he's
Here?
more afraid
Try.
of dodging this shot than... No!
What the fuck?
No? Is he not
Okay.
surprised? Is he not shocked at the first shot?
I had...
Oh yeah, try.
No.
No? Okay.
No?
Not surprised enough when he actually gets shot?
Very surprised by seeing her. Yeah, less surprised by getting shots.
Oh yeah, yep.
There it is.
Very
Hey,
surprised
alright,
to see
okay,
him.
okay,
Surprised
okay.
to getting shot.
Thank you for the tip, Athena. That made make a little bit more sense.
You're
too.
welcome.
Yeah,
Like,
good,
I knew she
good,
wanted
good
to
example.
kill me, so like it was a shock to see her. But once she started firing, I was like, yeah, this makes sense.
Director Cosmos, why were you so surprised when Detective Arm found you? And again, when she fired. Isn't that a bit unnatural?
Sadly, even great men such as myself have ordinary human feelings. Our bodies are bound by the forces of gravity and emotions. Even a great man such as myself experiences surprise on occasion.
Yeah, I'm sure you do. But my real point is not the fact that you were surprised, but rather what you were surprised by.
Pardon me?
First, you were surprised when Detective Arm found you in the lounge. And just after that, you were, of course, again surprised when she shot at you. But considering what you were surprised about, a strange phenomenon occurs here. Slappa. Director Cosmos, what is strange about your surprise reaction is the fact that you were... Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Sure, you were surprised when Detective Arm shot at you. But the surprise you felt when she found you in the lounge was much greater. The fact that you were more surprised by simply being found than by being shot at suggests to me that you were conflicted about whatever it was you were doing there.
He has acquired a new weapon. Commence Operation Hide Under Your Desk! Ah!
Sinks down like a toilet.
Damn, it doesn't get old. Please tell me I finally sunk his battleship. Please.
30.
Oh!
Boss, I'm getting less Discord now. That must mean...
That'll be our...
No!
It doesn't get old.
What are you, lunar?
Oh, I had bad internet one time, and now it's a
Wow.
base.
Hey, Lunar,
Twice!
what happened
No,
before the
okay,
stream?
You know what? That had everything to do with you being the host of the call, I bet.
Sure, sure.
It has been totally fine since we moved voice channels. Listen, all I'm saying is my internet is fine now. He really is hiding something about that launchpad door.
I don't trust you.
Fuck you! Get out of my face!
And whatever he's hiding most likely has something to do with the killer's escape.
I'm Lunar's internet and I'm fine! I wonder what it could be.
If he was doing something suspicious around that door, maybe we could spot some change between before he came to the room and after.
Yep, I already know what it is. Detective Fulbright gave us a photo taken after the crime. Let's run a comparison. Let's see. This is footage of the door before Director Cosmos arrived.
I had actually forgot until you mentioned this.
And this is how the door looked after the director entered the lounge.
He turned on the oven. Oh, look at that. There is a change. Something's definitely different. Big slap up. Director Cosmos?
What is it? What have you been doing up to over there?
Are you doing okay? Finding the answer to what you were doing when Detective Arm found you, that's what. And that answer lies clearly in this footage. All we have to do is compare it to the photo that was taken during the investigation.
Don't be ridiculous. If you really do have an answer, you'd have pointed it out already.
Yeah.
He's asking for it. This is what changed directly after the incident. The gobbledygook under the handprint.
Thingy.
Take
a
a
sip.
sip. Alright, hold on.
Thingy.
Hold on. Hold on. Hey, Lunar, by
Select
the
the
way,
thingy.
enjoy the horde.
Huh?
Oh, what?
Huh?
The
What?
horde?
Here it comes.
No.
Ah!
Anyways.
Take that!
Oh my god. The answer is this knob.
Yeah.
but that's...
Your Honor, please take a look at this footage.
Let's see. It's a pancake. Oh.
Take a look at the knob next to the launch pad door. As you can see, it is horizontal.
Yeah, yes it is, isn't it?
However, when we investigated the scene of the crime yesterday, the knob was vertical.
And what does that mean?
It means that sometime between before the director arrived and after,
That's some weird wording.
yeah, sure was, someone turned this knob.
Congrats.
After the scene was discovered, you were the only one who could have turned the knob. Slap it! Come on now, Director Cosmos, let's hear what you have to say. What were you trying to do by turning that knob by the door?
No, fine. I admit it. You're right, I did turn that knob. The knob is a safety lock meant to keep the launch pad in place. I was afraid there would be more explosions. So I wanted to move the launch pad away.
You wanted to do what?
Hey, didn't Ponko tell us something about how they prepare for launch? She said that once the launch pad's fully assembled, it's moved to the launch site.
Oh my god. Oh my god, this explains everything.
But the safety lock in the boarding lounge had to be disengaged first.
Guess that clears up what the knob's for.
Oh, so if the killer escaped into Launchpad 1 corridor, maybe they were transported along with the launch pad to the launch site.
I don't think so. The Launchpad 1 corridor was filled with smoke. I don't think they could have escaped through that corridor.
So then, where did the killer escape to?
I guess there are still some things we have to uncover. Slappa. Director Cosmos, I request that you tell us about moving the launch pad in more detail.
Ugh, fine. But listen carefully. We're about to give history-making testimony.
Again.
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 No choice but to disengage the safety lock.
Why happy?
Why
I
happy?
feel
Why
like
happy you
that's
did that?
it.
Why
I wanna-
happy?
I want to click that immediately, but I want to see what else he has to say, and also get the
Yeah,
shotgun
yeah,
shot
fair.
again.
Fair.
I
One
can't
more.
there be more explosions.
Very sad. Very sad.
Sure,
Angie.
I escaped the killer head was through launch pad.
You're very
Why you
quiet.
angry? Why you angry and quiet?
But there was a sea of smoke.
Still quiet.
Why aren't you anything?
Confounded, where on earth could they have gone? The area where sea of smoke.
Let's try the happiness first.
Yeah, that seems strange.
Yep.
Alright, yeah, it's just that easy. I had no choice but to disengage the safety lock. You make it sound like you were reluctant to do so. And yet when you did it, you felt some joy as if you were very pleased with yourself.
How did you do it? How do you know everything as if you were there?
Pretty impressive, isn't it? This is the power of analytical psychology.
So, care to explain why you felt joy when you disengaged the safety lock? When I think back on
It's
the facts
fun.
we've Oh, well. Alright, that's that. When I think back on the facts we've discovered up to this point, I have to believe that you were trying to fulfill some hidden agenda.
How do you know about that too?
Because I'm more or less a pro. Yeah, guessing.
But you have no proof that I had a hidden agenda. And even if I did, I would never ever tell you, so there. Yeah.
Bleh.
I know they say people regress as they grow older, but you, sir, take the cake. I said that out loud? Damn.
Yes.
And how could you just out a man with such great intensity
intelligence, and integrity.
Integrity?
Silence.
Integrity? You? A man of integrity? Don't make me laugh.
Prosecutor Blackwell, don't kill him. Don't kill him.
I'm
Still
gonna
need
kill
him.
him. I'm gonna kill him.
Don't do it. You
I'm
need him.
gonna. No, I don't. You do.
Uh-oh.
You spouted nothing but falsity since you stepped up to the stand. You're not the kind of man that will be glorified in the annals of history. Not for greatness, anyway. Unless you consider greatest barface liar in honor.
His words bite harder than his blade.
You moved Launchpad 1 after the explosions? My, how naive you are. You fail to realize how even the facts themselves have betrayed you.
You know, just a thought, but modern English can be your friend.
What is I? And here's a thought for you. Immediately following the bombing, Launchpad 1 was on the boarding lounge 1 side. The police confirmed this on scene.
What?
Still.
So that means the director didn't move the launch pad?
Curse my judgment for calling history's greatest liar to the witness stand. Let us leave him to indulge in his lies and war games into his heart's content.
Objection!
Liar!
But it doesn't make sense. You can't deny that someone turned that knob. And once the security lock was released, I'm sure the pad must have went somewhere. Slappa, if we chase down the truth of this issue, we just might find where the killer escaped to.
Nope. You're sure it must have went somewhere. We just might find out. Your arguments are nothing but conjecture, bluffing, and wishful thinking. Stop chasing your fantasies and see reality for what it really is. Or are you not man enough to, boy? Even screams like a child.
Flashback.
Are we older than him?
Yes,
Not
you
gonna
are,
hit
but
below
you
the
act
belt.
like you're on.
Youngins these days. I don't understand it. I'm sure Director Cosmos must have moved the launch pad. The knob was definitely turned after he came to the lounge. But the launch pad is right where it's supposed to be. Wait a minute. Maybe I have it all backwards.
Turnabout time.
What if the director turned the knob not to move the launch pad away, but to bring it back to where it was supposed to be?
What are you blathering about?
What if the launch pad was at the launch site before the incident? And then after the incident, Director Cosmos moved it back to its usual spot. Isn't this like a really large thing that people on site would have seen happen?
Nah.
Okay. All he had to do was turn the knob to call the launch pad back. And it would be right where the police found it.
No hair.
Plenty of hair.
You made him sigh like Mr. Starbuck.
Was what I said really that off base?
It pains me to have to explain how wrong your own logic is to you. However, our great liar turned a knob only after he discovered the crime scene. Indeed, the pad existed beyond the lounge when our Astro Wonders made their escape. The fact that has been recorded for posterity on filmless film.
Oh, right.
So to reiterate, stop chasing your fantasies as reality for what it really is, boy.
Get a grip, Mr. Right, and focus. We know the launch pad must have been moved.
But our deductions and the actual facts of the case are in direct contradiction to each other.
Well, maybe the 2 astronauts never actually boarded the rocket. This footage could be fake, taken with body doubles after the incident or something. On second thought, that's too far-fetched even for me.
Never actually boarded the rocket? Hey, wait a minute. Maybe, just maybe.
Huh?
Slap up. Prosecutor Blackwell, what if I told you that the 2 astronauts never set foot inside the launch pad area, but instead went into another place? And what if when the director moved launch pad 1 back, it was not from the launch site, but from another place? What would you say then?
You cray-cray.
Mm-mm.
Cut the existential bull or I'll cut you.
You said you will explain yourself at once.
I know I'm right. It was all the other way around from the beginning. Very well, Your Honor. Let me explain.
You're not even faced? Uh-oh, he's not faced. Uh-oh.
I knew it. I was absolutely wrong about everything from the start. The second one, switch with another place. A big slap up. Because he wanted to switch it with some other place.
I'm sorry, but you just say, switch it. But what could he possibly have switched the launch pad with?
Oh, you'd be surprised, Your Honor. All it takes is a little thinking outside the box, and the answer becomes clear as day. This is what was switched with Launchpad 1.
The Space Museum.
The control room.
Control room. The 3rd floor.
Launchpad 1 was switched with the Space Museum?
In the past, the Space Museum used to be Launchpad 2. It has all the same features as Launchpad 1 and can even be moved to the launch site. Meaning the Space Museum and Launchpad 1 can also be switched with each other.
You can't mean?
Mm-hmm. The rocket the astronauts boarded was not the one in Launchpad 1. It was the one in the Space Museum!
What?
Boulder Dash!
Balderdash? People still say that?
I do.
And yet, it's the only explanation that accounts for every riddle and inconsistency. This is how the
Boulder
Space
is so
Center was
fast.
just before the incident.
I see Launchpad 1 and the Space Museum have already switched places.
That's right. And with the two switched like this, the astronauts entered the Space Museum from boarding lounge 1. This allowed the tree killer to enter Launchpad 1 from boarding lounge 2 and set the bomb on the rocket.
Come to think of it, the door to Space Museum, or the door to the Space Museum from boarding lounge 2. Oh shit. The
The-
the
Welcome. Is this right?
Yes.
Yes.
The Space Museum is open to the public every day of the year from 9 a.m. to 7 p.m.
Exactly. Anyone could pass through the door to the Space Museum. Anyone. Why you all keep laughing when I say it? There's no fingerprint recognition system on that door. Slap on it. In other words, with the two launch pads switched like that, someone other than Mr. Starbuck could have easily planted that bomb.
Gah!
Got him! After setting the bomb on the rocket, the culprit snuck into boarding lounge 1 and waited there, concealed. In order to kill Mr. Terran when the two astronauts emerged from the Space Museum. Recall that Miss Blackwell, Mr. Starbuck, and the director all saw a suspicious figure, who, we can suppose, after killing Mr. Terran, made their escape into the Space Museum. After that, Director Cosmos switched the two launch pads back, without realizing that the killer was inside the Space Museum. The killer then left the Space Museum and made a clean getaway.
Right, Dono. I see you know how to handle a sword and handle it well. Perhaps I should call you Swordmaster Bluff.
That sounds kind of awesome. I'm a seasoned warrior who has cut down many a prosecutor.
I'm sad we don't get the Warriors DLC outfit for this game.
Swordmaster
Yeah.
Bluff did some damage to the New York hip hop scene back in the
Silence.
90s.
Sad.
It's great.
But unless you can prove your theory, it's no better than a rusty sword.
That's right, you have to prove I switched the launch pads.
Somebody needs a better anger management counselor.
If the launch pads really were switched, there might be a record of it somewhere.
At this point, Launchpad 1 and the Space Museum were switched with each other.
So the corridor beyond the door should be the one that belongs to the Space Museum. Let's see. This is an image of the Launchpad 1 corridor. Do you see anything different when we compare it to the security footage?
I do.
Hold on. That number on the floor? What? Yeah, what number on the fucking floor?
Now, here's
Is
the
it
thing.
behind the text box?
Yeah,
Is it
let's,
behind
there. Turn it on to,
Athena, that's bad video game design.
I mean, we changed it to how it wasn't supposed to be. It's not
Well,
supposed to be all.
it shouldn't overlap with it.
Hey, look
though.
at that.
Yeah, it shouldn't. It just shouldn't.
Should just change how it looks.
Anyway, there it
Oh,
is.
look,
There's
the
a
one.
number on the floor. Hey.
Hey, look, they did it.
Well, what do you know? It looks like we have proof after all, Prosecutor Blackwell.
And if this is just another bluff.
It ain't. Oh, don't worry. It's all right here.
Oh
Right in
my
this
God.
Footage.
It's been hiding in
right
plain
there.
sight all along.
It's right
Yeah.
there.
Incredible.
I actually
Damn.
didn't realize.
I didn't see it until now.
Oh my god.
Proof that beyond this door is the corridor to the Space Museum.
It's also clear.
Very well then, answer this for me if you would. What's in this footage proves that the corridor belongs to the Space Museum.
There it
The
is.
stove knob. Okay. There's a 1 on the floor of the Launchpad 1 corridor. But take a look at the floor of the corridor in the security footage. Do you see the number on the floor behind the astronauts?
The blue 50 number is right next to it.
Yeah.
It takes so much
Yeah.
attention away from it.
Yeah.
Hey, Blackwell, you want to get slashed about this?
I
It doesn't look like a
wanna.
1, does it? That's because what you see is actually part of a 2.
What?
Damn, he already got. We didn't even see it. Why is it a 2 and not a 1? That's because the corridor you see is the one to the Space Museum. Ah, got him! In reverse.
And so that means the corridor in this footage was not filled with smoke.
That's right, because the explosion didn't occur in the Space Museum. The explosion occurred in Launchpad 1 on the side opposite the Space Museum. And now that we know that the 2 astronauts escaped from the Space Museum, the mystery from the previous trial of how they got down the ladder is cleared up. They didn't. Mr. Terran, carrying Mr. Starbuck, simply took the elevator from the upper level down to the middle floor. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Just incredible. The 2 launch pads were actually switched. But you'd think someone would have noticed that at events of this magnitude.
Mm-mm. Everyone was down in the basement shelter when the launch pads were swapped back. There's no way anyone could have known what was happening on the surface. Oh yeah, that was still happening. Forgot about that.
Ta-da! Bye-bye.
Bye bye.
No more lies, Director Cosmos. It's high time you told us the truth.
I'm basically allowed to do it.
It's auto-scrolling.
No, I got collecting engine. Ignition. It's gone haywire. Ah! Fire! Ah! Oh, my stars, my glowing glass.
Oh, there you go.
Oh.
Oh,
Is this better than it exploding
yes,
logical?
that's
Escaped! But Bufferleaf, on your steed after that witness! Yes!
Who's the horse? It's come shoot the horse.
Fix the door pretty quick.
I see we managed to retrieve you before you could just make... Oh, you can any bodily harm.
Director Cosmos, do you admit that you switched the launch pads?
I admit it's true. I switched Launchpad 1 for the Space Museum.
Ah, it's good to hear words I can believe for a change.
Isn't it just?
Before you do, Your Honor, two things. First, we don't know if Mr. Terran had prior knowledge of the switch. As for Mr. Starbuck, he was unaware of his surroundings thanks to his medication. Either way, Mr. Terran would have realized the instant he stepped into the Space Museum that it had been switched with Launchpad 1. So my first question is, if the Space Museum was perfectly fine, why did Mr. Terran feel the need to put on such a dramatic display? As for my second question, I'd like Director Cosmos to tell us why he switched the two launch pads to begin with.
Please, I can't exercise my right to remain silent. But I will say, my hands were tied. I was only doing what I could to keep my men from getting caught in that blast.
The director is terrified. He must have one heck of a reason for not wanting to explain why.
Probably not a good time to try to pry it out of him, huh?
Excuse me, but would you mind if I picked up my stars? Without my badge of rank, I'm nothing.
I don't see why not. Bufferleaf help the director retrieve his stars. It appears a possibility of a culprit other than the defendant has presented itself. Mr. Starbuck, anything you wish to say besides...
I don't get it.
Oh my god. Don't get it. What don't you get?
Director, why did you do all that? From the very beginning, you never meant for the launch to go ahead, did you? You tricked us! Mr. Starbuck.
Starbuck, my boy. I'm sorry. I can't tell you the reason why. But I had to do it to protect the space center.
Director! Will I ever get the chance to go into space again?
Duh. Duh, of course. I won't rest until it happens. I will get you into space again, my boy.
then the dream is still alive.
Silence.
You're not going into space, Starbuck, but prison. I won't have it any other way.
Why are you so hung up on him?
Yes, I accept that the launch pads really were switched. And if there were a third person at the scene, I suppose they could have escaped. But I have yet to see proof of this third person's escape via the Space Museum.
Oh, that's a good point.
Ah, he's right. I don't have any proof.
Starbuck! You will spill everything you know. Where did you get those bombs? Tell me now. If you don't, my blade shall feast on your blood.
If I'm going to die, I want to die in space. I have to do something.
Solomon Starbuck, prepare yourself!
It's about time.
Now, who could that
Wait a minute.
possibly be?
I think we can guess. Well, maybe not. I don't know.
It is!
My guess was.
It is.
Yeah.
Oh, it's Fulbright? Oh, I was expecting it to be his sister. Hang
Nah.
on.
What?
What do you mean? Now, you know violence isn't the answer, Prosecutor Blackwell. I misread the line and how it was phrased.
That annoyingly cheerful laugh. It could be none other than...
The sister. Oh,
Aha! The champion of righteousness, Bobby Fulbright here! In justice we trust us! I stepped back from the dump, and boy, howdy, were there a lot of guns there. Sorry to keep you waiting, Mr. Lawyer. I hope I'm not too late.
I don't believe we had an appointment.
I tried to hurry, but I ended up helping a little old lady cross the street.
Here, take some guns!
And then I had to break up a cat fight. I tell you, justice sure is a full-time job.
Here, kitty, take a
animal or
gun!
people?
Was it a fight between cats or? Why are you here again?
Because the defendant isn't the culprit, and I came just to make sure that justice is served.
I don't have any idea what you're talking about.
Fulbright? I always thought you were a bit touched in the head. But have you finally succumbed?
Nope, but it looks like you've succumbed to this phantom of yours. Open your eyes and let the evidence of justice uncloud your judgment.
What evidence?
Come to think of it, he did say something about finding us some evidence.
Thanks, you two. I feel a lot better now that I've been able to get that off my chest. I'm gonna work extra hard to find the perfect piece of evidence for you.
I didn't think he was serious, though.
So what is it, detective? Is it something that will prove Mr. Starbuck innocent?
It is indeed. Have a look at this.
What's this? A lighter?
That's right. A lighter thought to have been used by the culprit, no less. The Space Museum's cleaning robot picked it up. I knew going to the dump wasn't a waste of time. It has the victim Clay Tarrant's blood along with his killer's fingerprints on it.
What?
What?
Updated autopsy report.
Order. Fulbright, can I assume that the fingerprints don't belong to the defendant?
You bet. Mr. Starbuck is totally innocent.
This is it. This is just what I needed.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Big slap up. Your Honor, this is decisive evidence that supports the defense's earlier claim.
Explain yourself, Mr. Wright.
Do I have to? With pleasure, Your Honor. Recall where this lighter was found. Based on that, we can extrapolate that after the killer murdered Mr. Terran, they escaped with lighter in hand into the Space Museum, where they dropped it. The switching of the two launch pads occurred. Then finally, the killer left through boarding lounge 2 and made their escape. Meanwhile, Mr. Starbuck was found in boarding lounge 1 after the murder. A fact that Director Cosmos has testified to. Therefore, Mr. Starbuck couldn't have possibly been the one to drop the lighter there.
Silence.
But the defendant had free reign of the area until the Director Cosmos appeared. Could he not have dropped the lighter in the Space Museum during that span of time?
Objection! You'd like that to be true, wouldn't you?
I would.
But Director Cosmos testified that right after he saw the mysterious figure with the lighter, he went into the lounge and found the unconscious Mr. Starbuck. In other words, Mr. Starbuck wouldn't have had the time to double back to the museum. No, Prosecutor Blackwell, this lighter could only have been dropped by the real killer. Phoenix, whose fingerprints are they? Maybe we should hear. Most importantly, Mr. Starbuck's fingerprints were nowhere to be found on this lighter. I think you understand what this means, don't you? Slappa. This piece of evidence unequivocally proves that Mr. Starbuck wasn't the culprit.
This does indeed appear to be decisive evidence that proves the defense's claims.
As for the remote switch that was found in Mr. Starbuck's pocket, we can assume it was planted by the killer on the unconscious Mr. Starbuck.
No! There must be some mistake!
Frankly, Prosecutor Blackwell, I've been worried about you. You've been chasing this phantom for 7 whole years. I understand your urgency because tomorrow...
Shut up!
Is your birthday.
Fulbright, you promised never to speak of that.
Tomorrow? What about tomorrow?
Given the body of evidence, I think it's safe to say the defendant is innocent. In light of the fact that it was impossible for him to have committed the crime. A few unanswered questions remain, so I look forward to seeing what you two uncover. But for now, this court finds the defendant, Solomon Starbuck.
Oh?
Not guilty.
Yeah, I did it! Yay! I'm going to space! Hell yeah! Hell yeah, space! Space, space, space!
Yes, we did it, Mr. Wright.
Looks like we pulled it off somehow, huh? With some help from Detective Fulbright. Mr. Wright, Miss Sykes, thank you! And please thank Apollo for me, too. You all are the best.
Oh, I wish we could tell Apollo about Mr. Starbuck's verdict right now.
Yeah, me too, but that's gonna have to wait.
Now that a verdict has been reached, I'd like to bring today's trial to a close. Court is adjourned. Come, my brothers.
Wait, really? What do you mean?
Objection!
You want... Okay.
But there was time. There was finally time.
It's too late to object, isn't it?
It simply isn't possible. Something's wrong.
Prosecutor Blackwell, are you dissatisfied with the verdict?
Dissatisfied? Fulbright! What were the results of the fingerprint analysis for the lighter?
Oh, I totally forgot about that. Huh? The results? Inconclusive. Oh, well, I was in a hurry, you see, and then there was that cat fight, and, well, I kind of got carried away when I heard the prince weren't Mr. Starbucks, so...
You have yet to read it?
Prosecutor Blackwell, can you read out who the prince belonged to?
Upon thorough analysis, the fingerprints were found to belong to Athena Sykes.
Hey!
God fucking damn it!
So says the report.
Gotcha, Gomez.
What?
Me?
Wait, declare our client innocent, and then we can prove Athena didn't do it, and then they can't try Starbuck again because of double jeopardy.
Hmm.
No, order! Order, I say! Miss Sykes, can you tell me an explanation for this? Do you smoke? We just finished proving this lighter could have belonged to the killer. So finding your prints on it can only lead us to one grave conclusion.
I don't know how they got on there, but I know I'm not the culprit.
This can't be happening. We built up our argument piece by piece. I don't think any of our reasoning was faulty. So how could it have led to this?
Finder?
No! What have I done? Please forgive me, I'm sorry!
Order, order! Mr. Fulbright, stop your crying!
Okay.
What world is happening here? It's like the world's gone mad.
Order, order! I will have order!
No order here.
Chaos.
Chaos! Chaos!
Confusion spiraled into utter chaos. After all we'd fought for, the truth had turned cruelly on us to accuse Athena of the crimes. Somewhere, somehow, everything had gone terribly wrong. We had stumbled over the edge of reason and into the jaws of a twisted darkness. I mean, Athena, a couple answered questions ought to clear this right up. Oh, what? What do you... What?
And
that's
the
the end of the chapter.
chapter's
What do you,
done.
what do you mean?
Chapter over.
Are you guys ready for episode 5?
Is this the final episode?
Would you like to know?
It better be. Yeah.
I would like to know.
I would like to know. Tell me that.
Is it?
Only one way to find out.
No one can escape their past.
Oh,
This is from the beginning.
Yeah, we have seen this before.
Have we?
Episode 1.
The sins we committed and the sadness we've caused.
very rated M.
No matter how far we run, I didn't read that, as ever present as the moon in the sky. It looms in wait for the day when we are forced to face it.
We're gonna steal the moon.
But only in doing so can we truly make peace and move on in hope towards tomorrow.
Anyways, guys, ready for the final chapter?
Yeah,
I think so.
Yeah.
yeah.
1, 2, 3.
It's December. They took Athena from the courtroom straight to the station. She's probably being questioned at this very moment. Trucy. Trucy, I'm sad. After this past year, I took it for granted that those two would always be here. But now Apollo has gone off on his own to seek his own truth. And my pursuit of the truth only ended up with Athena becoming the new suspect. Some boss I turned out to be.
It's even quieter in here than usual.
Yeah. It seems so empty, too.
I just don't get it, Daddy. All of your reasoning during the trial seemed perfectly solid.
Yeah. And I still believe it was, at least based on what we know.
But now Athena's the one who's being accused.
During the trial for the bombing and murder that occurred at the Cosmos Space Center. The lighter used by the real culprit was found. This lighter proved the defendant, Solomon Starbuck, innocent. But Athena's prints were found on it instead. And she was subsequently arrested for the murder.
But Athena couldn't have done it. It just doesn't make any sense.
No, none of it does. I've been racking my brain, but I just can't figure it out. Where's the flaw in my reasoning? What have I got wrong in this case?
You know, Daddy, if Athena was here, she wouldn't just be sitting around thinking. She'd be out there doing something.
Athena doesn't think.
You are going to defend Athena, right, Daddy?
Of course they will. Thanks, Trucy. I needed that push. Trucy's right. The trial is tomorrow. There's no time to waste. If I'm going to prove Athena's innocence, I better get out there and find some evidence.
Off we go, then. We're on a hunt for evidence that'll prove Athena's innocence.
Great, but before we go, I better tidy up the evidence I have on hand. Trucy, help?
Tulsi help? Tulsi have rolling story?
Wow, Athena's probably still in the middle of being questioned. So Trucy's right. The thing to start with is talking to people at the Space Center.
No, it's not.
Yeah.
Thank us for sending your attorney's badge.
Oh, it's
It's
the
like
same
your bubble
line.
butt.
Right.
Hubba bubba
It's kind of
bubba.
like my blah blah blah. It's kind of like my hubba blah.
Oh, and this is her just
Hub
wearing
ba
white.
ba 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 ba.
Bup.
Anyways, to the entrance. It's still December.
Still December. It remains December.
You.
Director Cosmos, do you have a minute?
Electric scooter, full speed ahead!
He ran away.
Duh. Okay, bye.
Yes, fair.
Director,
I'll be
he
right
scooted away. Okay.
His expression changed the instant he saw you, Daddy.
Yeah, well, I dragged his name through the mud pretty good at the trial earlier today. Yeah, that's me. I did that.
Anyways, let's keep going inside.
Yeah, okay, let's keep going. Inside, yeah.
Chase him.
It hasn't changed.
We were here only yesterday. Oh, hey.
Hey.
Ah! Mr. Starbuck, you've been released, huh? Yep, and I came straight here. This is all thanks to you and your team, Mr. Wright. You've given me a second chance to fly into space again. I can't thank you enough. Except... What's wrong? Was that an inhale sigh? I thought he'd be happy to be acquitted. As I was coming out of the detention center, I saw Miss Sykes. He saw Athena? I was at a loss for words. I didn't know what to say to the poor girl. And then, you know what? She flashed a peace sign at me. Congratulations on your acquittal, she said. Now you can go back into space someday. Yeah, that sounds like Athena. I could just picture it. But I saw her eyes. They were red and swollen from crying. Oh, she's got to be suffering. She must be so worried. And yet she went out of her way to be nice and give me that big smile.
She held back her own tears so she could give someone else a smile. That's so Athena.
There's no question about it. That girl is innocent. Please, Mr. Wright, you have to make sure she goes free. And then they could put me in prison instead. I don't mind.
No!
We can't have that either, Mr. Starbuck. Oh, don't worry, Mr. Starbuck. I'm going to give her the very best defense I can.
I heard that change in voice.
Yeah, I
You
heard
shut
it
up. You didn't hear it. Shut up. Can you blame me? I promised to get her acquitted just like I did for you. I know she'll be all right with you in her corner. I know you'll never give up on her. Apollo is a fine boss to look up to.
Badge.
Do you know anything about this piece of evidence? Whoa, is that a badge? No, sorry, I'm so useless. Oh! No, it's all right. There's no need to get all depressed.
Maybe we should ask you about this later. Nope.
You know anything about that? Oh!
Fine, we'll just talk to you instead.
Okay. Still can't believe Launchpad 1 was switched with the Space Museum. What could have made Director Cosmos do such a thing? I haven't the foggiest idea. Oh! So there was never gonna be a launch that day, not from the very beginning. I wonder if Clay knew. I imagine he must have. Surely he would have noticed when you went to board the rocket. It's pathetic to think I was the only one who got taken in. But I guess that's about how it goes when you're worth less than space debris. A damn Starbuck.
Is he going to be all right, Daddy? His expression looks as dark as a black hole.
No, he won't, Trucy. That's just how he is.
About the murderer.
Oh, he's back.
Yes.
Yeah, he's back. Mr. Starbuck, do you remember anything about the murder? Not really. I only saw a shadowy figure in the dark, after all. Yeah, I guess that was a little too much to hope for. Hey, I heard something from the police, though. They said that they never did find a 10 caliber gun down the trash chute. I want to look at this trash chute. I want to investigate this.
Yeah, me too.
Just as I thought, the culprit must have
Yeah.
carried it away with them when they escaped.
Should probably also check out the stuff that everyone keeps talking about.
So, was the person you saw holding a gun, Mr. Starbuck?
I couldn't really tell. But it wasn't Athena, right? Could you tell if the person was male or female, tall or short? I can't even tell you that much. Man, I'm useless. When the culprit opened the door and some light came in, I should have been able to see. The door. Ah, yes!
Oh.
As I recall, they opened this door here as they made their escape.
I now saw the goddamn bullet hole on the monitor. It looks like a cobweb with the monitor on.
Yeah.
The door to Launchpad 1, right?
Yeah, except right now the door leads to the Space Museum. You mean the launch pad and the Space Museum are switched right now? Yeah, they're trying to investigate the theory you came up with in court. So they're recreating the conditions, huh? I'd like to see what's beyond that door now. Mr. Starbuck, could you open this door for us? Yeah, sure. Let me just have my print scanned here.
at that cobweb.
Yeah, it does look like a cobweb.
Yeah. It could even be between the branches.
Right.
Yeah.
That's kind of interesting looking. Yeah. Did the launch pads get switched back and forth a lot? Well, back when the Space Museum was Launchpad 2, they used to switch the pads around at times. But these days, Launchpad 2 is only used as a tourist attraction, right? Right. Because, quite frankly, the Space Center needs the money. I hear ya. Times sure are tough.
Daddy, let's go check out what's beyond that door.
Sure, let's go. Hey, why don't I come along? I can show you around. Please don't.
Too bad.
Fuck.
Hey, look, I'll leave.
What's that mess?
Huh? I wonder what these dead leaves are doing here.
Maybe they were stuck to the bottom of somebody's shoes. There are lots of trees around the Space Center.
She's right, it's a modern state-of-the-art building, but it's surrounded by trees. But I don't know, if they were stuck to the bottom of somebody's shoes, wouldn't they look more crushed up? These don't look like they've been stepped on.
Maybe there's some kind of secret hatch in the corridor and they came in that way?
Trash shoot, trash shoot. Not everything is set up like a magician's stage, you know? But it should be.
And
So, this is another one of those devices for opening the door, huh? Yep, but this one doesn't require fingerprint verification. You just hit the button and open sesame.
So when you and Clay went through here, you didn't need to show your prints either.
That's right, Trucy. Just like how the culprit didn't need to scan their prints when they escaped back out of the Space Museum corridor into Boarding Lounge 2.
more information.
Well, I don't see anything else that jumps out at me. And I imagine this corridor is built exactly like the Launchpad 1 corridor.
So let's not look at it.
Yeah,
We'll
we don't
just
need to be
assume.
there.
We'll just assume.
No.
Yep.
Ho!
Oh.
This one? No.
Ho!
I guess
You
we're
don't even know
moving.
anything about that? Okay.
It's just rocks. Just rocks, bro.
Detention center. There's
Nope.
nothing here.
Trucy,
Entrance
where's
again?
Athena?
Oh, the entrance is different.
No.
Oh, okay. Because he's not here?
He's
Oh, no, there
here.
he is.
Curse the wretch who sullied my good name, but first course and flows me away!
Director Cosmos, now! Now!
Wait!
Get him, Trucy!
No!
I'll handle this, Daddy. Take that.
Kill him!
Ah, the mobility system has been compromised!
Trucy's
No.
knife throw was a direct hit to one of his touches.
Trucy,
Threw a knife?
Trucy, you cannot just be throwing knives at people.
Trucy, what do you have?
A knife.
Good.
And the streak continues.
Continues?
Maybe I should have kept a closer watch on what trick she's been practicing.
Trucy, you can't just have that.
Well, we now know how she's gonna play in the fighting game.
My dear old battleship. We fought many a skirmish together. It has been an honor.
Daddy, he's going to blow that thing up.
Nah, I bet that all that button will do is make it go haywire again.
Very well, I surrender. As prisoner of war, I expect to be treated honorably.
Hey, look at this badge.
It's my turn to be right back.
All right.
Take Phoenix.
I'll steal Phoenix for now, unless Jay wants him. Director Cosmos, when you were talking in court about switching the launch pads, you used your right to remain silent about the reason as to why.
We just saw this.
Or beer. Silence.
Lubba-dubba-dub, is that true?
No.
Oh,
Oh,
Hooah!
you go, big guy?
Cut!
The center of the cosmos is shrouded in mystery, but I don't have any secrets left. Now that my battleship has been destroyed, I've been taken prisoner!
Oh.
Mm.
3. No secrets left, huh? I beg to differ. Looks like I have to undo his Cyclops, and if I want to get to the bottom of this. Let's try and see.
Yeah, I doubt we have the evidence for this, but
Yeah,
I mean, this is the only thing we can do right now.
As far as we know. I want you to tell me everything you're hiding about the switching of the 2 launch pads.
I refuse. You can't make me. I can hold out longer than anyone.
I hope I never get like this when I'm old. Now let's see, where to start. This is how you explain your motive for switching the launch pads. You did it to fool the bomber, to prevent the bombing, to save the astronaut.
To save the astronauts. Thanks to you switching the launch pads, the astronauts escaped injury from the blast. Instead, they safely boarded the museum's rocket, far away from the actual explosion.
My astronauts were raring to go out on an authentic adventure in space. How do you propose I had them board a fake rocket without them noticing?
I agree you couldn't have done it without help. For one, they would have figured it out the instant that they stepped into the Space Museum. You figured you could fool Mr. Starbuck once he'd been drugged with his medication, but without the help of this person, it would have been impossible to pull your plan off. Oh? You must have gotten Mr. Terran to help you. He stole the tranquilizers from his mentor's locker and slipped them to him. Oh no. And then, with Mr. Starbuck in a daze, they boarded the replica rocket in the museum.
Someone please help this poor Mr. 004!
How's he able to spin around like that?
What?
If you really wanted to save the astronauts' lives, shouldn't you have just called off the launch?
If I could have done that, do you think I would have gone to all that trouble?
I guess he must have had a compelling reason why he couldn't call it off. But how did you know to switch the pads in advance of the bombing incident?
Well, that's because I was warned in advance. Once I received that warning, it was my duty to ensure the astronauts' safety.
But it was just a warning. It could have been a prank. Why did you believe in it so completely?
Because I went to one of those mediums everyone's talking about these days.
Oh. Boop, 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 boop. Hey, Maya. Yeah, thanks. That's all I wanted now. You're full of shit, sir. Oh, I didn't realize channeling was back in vogue. Besides, I thought it was you yourself that got the warning via telephone.
Yes, that's right. The bomber contacted me personally. My battleship is equipped with a special advanced communication system, you see.
AKA a regular old telephone.
It's been a while planning on the launch. I see you haven't learned. I'll never forget the terror I felt when I received that call.
The bomber said it's been a while. And that was enough to make you take the threat seriously. Perhaps Director Cosmos took the threat so seriously because the Space Center had been involved in a bombing once before. Maybe. The culprit in the current case is the same person who was involved in this incident.
The courtroom number 4 bombing. The Hat 2 bombing. The Hat 1 miracle. The courtroom number 4.
Stop that.
It's not the Hat 2 bombing because that is what happened just a few days ago.
Yeah,
It's not the courtroom 4 bombing because that happened a few days ago.
Like
So it had to have been the Hat 1.
That makes sense. The Hat One Miracle, that epic story of survival. People across the nation now know of it as a heroic tale of bravery. That Starbuck did, by the way. But in truth, it was an act of sabotage perpetrated by our current killer, wasn't it? Very few know about the previous plot, so when the caller said it's been a while, you knew beyond a shadow of a doubt that the danger was real, and it wasn't a prank.
Ah! Did anyone tell you to go easy on an ex-serviceman?
No.
Yes, that Hat One Miracle was really a desperate battle against an act of sabotage. I even lost the life of one of my staff members in the fight.
Sabotage, murder. So this is the ugly truth behind the Hat One Miracle.
I let my guard down. I thought the saboteur had been caught, and that the case was closed.
Huh? Wait a minute. The murder at the Space Center 7 years ago. This must be the person Director Cosmos thought was the culprit.
I don't think we have this.
Oh no!
Damn
All that
it.
work?
Bye.
Well, we know the answers now, and we can just skip the dialogue.
I think I need to take a break and think things over.
Bye, buddy.
Phoenix did not. Phoenix did
Okay.
not say that he thought he had everything. All right. Well, it's December at least. We got that going for us.
Wow. The place is crawling with cops.
Looks like we won't get any investigating done here now. Let's come back later.
Anyways, bye again.
Can we talk to
Okay, bye.
Athena now?
What about
Bye.
the tear in that coat in there? Have we looked at that yet?
We can't
No?
examine things until like they actually give us the option now. Like,
Oh my god, you're right.
yep.
Oh my
Yeah.
god.
That is an
That's
addition
fucked
to
up.
this game. You can only examine when there's something irrelevant there, when they want it to
Was
be
6 like
relevant.
that? Was 6 like that?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Is there something we can present to you?
Well, before we get all like,
Yeah,
hey.
let's look at our checklist.
Fuck.
Well, I'm within that.
Switch.
Give me your stuff. Ah!
Oh no, you can check everything in saves. Never mind.
Ah! Ah! Ah!
Let me stab you with this knife.
Oh, you already tried that one.
Hop.
Clay always used to
Oh, there
get
we
so cheerfully greet me in a loud voice. And he did vocal exercises every morning, sometimes until he was hoarse, right? Exactly, you could always hear him, even through the wall. Hey, wait a minute. Did you know Clay? No, but like attracts like, as they say.
Damn it.
That's it! That's it! Oh! Oh!
Well, that's everything. Bye, buddy.
Try talking one more. Wait, try talking one more time. Okay, bye.
Can
Fine,
we
I'll go
present
back.
something to you?
Hey, look at this. Hey, look at this. Hey, look at this.
No.
Oh, up.
No, I will not even look at this. No. Mankind's crowning achievement. The Hat One mission will be a textbook for us. Textbooks are
Wow,
across the
that's-
land.
That historic, huh?
Right out of Steve here. My achievements are grand enough to rival the very birth of space itself.
Wow.
My life will be a legend that will be told millions of years into the future. In terms of important events that have happened, 1, the Big Bang. 2, me. You may proceed to admire and praise me now. Ah, ha, 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 ha.
You certainly are an amazing piece of shit. Oh, that's not what that says. Oh, shit.
No babs.
Bop.
Sad. Stab you.
It bounces off of the metal.
Do we know? Did I assume we don't know? Let's
Have
move
you
around a
have you
little
definitely been everywhere? Have you definitely been
bit.
everywhere?
Let's go back to everywhere.
Tristan,
no.
what do we do?
No. Actually,
Tristan,
yeah. Any
Ah.
ideas?
Any ideas?
How could they suspect Athena? It's just ridiculous. It must be some kind of conspiracy.
Conspiracy, huh? Well, it certainly is some kind of mistake, that's for sure.
First of all, we have to bust Athena out of the detention center.
No.
And then we have to chase down the people who framed her.
Athena? He's right behind you.
Trace.
Fuck.
Yeah, and
You know.
we'll sneak around the world, from Clive to Carolina, with the fuzz hot in our tails.
Clive?
Cave.
Kiev.
Kiev?
Kiev.
Kiev?
I think it's
Kevin.
Isn't it?
Sure.
Isn't it exactly the plot, the same as that plot of the movie you watched the other day?
Anyways, what to do?
I still can't believe Apollo really left us.
It was so sudden.
Maybe he got tired of being my assistant for my magic tricks.
Oh, I don't think it's your fault, Trucy.
But I made him clean the toilet a lot.
I did that.
And I made him go bring in the newspaper.
Oh,
It was my fault. I just know it. Oh, Apollo.
I really don't think it was your fault, Trucy. But it didn't realize Apollo was wearing so many hats around here either.
Anyways, you were useless.
Right.
I'm so helpful.
So we really can't do anything here. Is there
And
anything else we can examine in the lounge?
Can't examine.
No, we can't examine.
We-
What if?
We
Do-
have.
Do we have the evidence for...
Apparently we must have. Unless he has more
This is
dialogue.
the only thing we can do.
What? Three of them.
Hmm.
Stare.
G...
G. Take that.
Get accelerated, old man.
Murder. Wait a minute, murder.
This must be the person Director Cosmos thought was the culprit.
Who does he think is the culprit?
Is it?
Candace.
I mean, I almost wish that the Phantom was just here.
I think the
Why
only
do we
thing I
have
mentioned
Juniper in our
is
list?
him.
Why is Juniper here? Wait a minute.
She showed up for a split second to like say, "You got this, Apollo," because she needed to be there to be accused in the bombing.
Yeah, I guess so. I
It
guess
was
so.
definitely Ponko, though, right?
Yep.
Take that!
Oh, don't we get?
No.
I am very tired. Thanks for asking.
Anyways, it's your turn.
Mr. Lawyer, you must be very tired. Why don't you take a nap in one of our zero gravity beds?
That sounds amazing, actually.
Guess I picked the wrong person. Now I die. Although I do like the sound of a zero-G nap right now. But that'll have to wait. I still have a Cyclops left to break. This must be the person well, I guess that means we could try everyone.
He mentions Phantom.
Oh, maybe it's Simon. Try it. Hey!
I guess so.
Simon Blackwell, the murder suspect in a case that happened here 7 years ago. The place and time of the two incidents, the murder and the sabotage, were the same. So you thought that he committed both crimes. But while Prosecutor Blackwell was behind bars, you got another threatening call.
Oh, he thought maybe up until.
Okay.
If the culprit this time is the same as 7 years ago, then it isn't Simon Blackwell. Realizing that, you were shaken. It meant the true culprit's been running free all this time.
How do you keep saying straight through? Okay, breaking my cycle locks.
I made those.
The reason why Director Cosmos won't talk about why he switched the launch pads is related to the truth behind the Hat One miracle. The sabotage and murder that happened at the Space Center 7 years ago. Director Cosmos, tell us what you're hiding.
If you really want to understand the reason why I decided to switch the launch pads,
You have to catch me first.
zoom! We'll have to start with the story of that horrible nightmare from 7 years ago.
7 years ago? You mean the DL6 incident? It's always 7 years. It's always.
Magic number.
The launch went smoothly, but once again the ship entered. Once the ship entered outer space, then the troubles began. It was all the handiwork of a certain person and their evil scheme.
So Mr. Starbuck's traumatic experience wasn't accidental.
Not only that, but before the launch, a very valuable piece of moon rock was stolen. But that wasn't the worst of it. One of my staff members was murdered.
I think I know who.
Wow. I had no idea such awful events were behind that exciting story of space heroism.
All that, in spite of the Space Center having very strict security in those days. All personal effects were examined thoroughly, coming or going. Couldn't even smuggle a withered old leaf through those checkpoints.
So, do you have any clue who was responsible for the sabotage?
At the very least, I know it wasn't Simon Blackwell. I don't know enough to identify the true culprit, but it's clear what that person is. Put it simply, a spy.
A spy? You mean somebody who infiltrates a foreign country? Carries out dangerous missions and always gets the girl?
Or boy.
Someone's
True.
watching way too many late night movies. Well, I guess if we're talking about blowing up a rocket and stealing research material, it's not all that surprising that a spy could be behind it all.
Spy. There's a spy in
Spy who loved me. Make no mistake, there's a cutthroat rivalry between nations in the space R&D race. Some try to outdo others by any means possible, even deliberate obstruction. 7 years ago, we got a call before the launch warning of sabotage.
The same MO as
as
as this time.
Yes. And here I thought the perpetrator had been caught, but it looks like I was wrong.
Prosecutor Blackwell seems more like a ninja than a spy, don't you think?
Aren't ninjas and spies basically the same thing?
Basically.
Assassins? But there's a good reason we failed to find a real spy. A massive cover-up by the government. Government officials were too embarrassed to admit that they had allowed such a thing to happen at the hands of a spy.
Don't tell me they made the police rush to the investigation.
They did indeed. And then to cover up the sabotage, they cleaned up the story.
And that was the Hat One miracle, wasn't it? But then 7 years later, the same MO, advance warning of a sabotage. That must have been the director's reason for switching the launch pads.
Just like 7 years ago.
7 years ago, the spy gave you advance warning of their plans, just like this time. That was what made you decide to switch the launch pads, wasn't it?
That's right. The caller knew the facts of the case 7 years ago, despite the cover-up. They knew about the sabotage, the moon rock, the murder, and they said, "You don't want things to go like they did 7 years ago, do you?" I immediately thought of calling off the launch, but the government wouldn't let me. "We don't give in to the likes of terrorists. We must proceed for our country's honor." Yeah. It was quite a moving speech, actually. I'm really underselling it.
Moving, really. Maybe if you're easily inspired by political talking points.
But I knew the truth. We had been warned, which meant that the danger was very real. And I knew there was no way to stop the spy. No matter what I did, they would find a way. That's why I switched the launch pads and staged the moving rescue scene. First, I snuck into the center the night before and switched the launch pads. That way, passengers would go from boarding lounge 1 to the Space Museum. Then I put a closed for repair sign at the door to Launchpad 1 in boarding lounge 2.
You did that so normal visitors wouldn't enter, right? What else did you do?
I enlisted the help of several staff members, including Darren.
But you didn't let Mr. Starbuck in on that.
He'd already been through enough, and he's no good at lying to keep a secret. I'm afraid I had no choice but to have him drugged. My plan went well until...
That's so crazy. I didn't want to tell him the truth, so I drugged him.
I mean, how do you guys solve your problems?
Not like that.
Why not?
Clay's murder, huh?
Seems difficult. After the culprit made their escape, I switched to the launch pad back. I did it in such a way that no one would ever find out.
No one will ever know.
Darren is dead and the Hat 2 is destroyed. And the Hope capsule, which had returned to us only recently, was also lost in that blast. My home, the center of the cosmos. My beautiful cosmos visitors done for!
Wait, what did he mean by Hope Capsule was lost in the blast?
How much more clear could I make it? Could I have made it?
I thought that the Hope Capsule was found at the crime scene with Mr. Terran. It had just been brought back by the Hope space probe with asteroid samples inside. So, what kind of samples are they? What's in them?
Samples are scheduled for analysis in the near future. Field tour. We haven't had time since they just came back the day before Terran's murder. The capsule was being held in a safe in Launchpad 1. But I gave it to Terran before the incident zone would be destroyed in the explosion. The idea was that, with it safely in Terran's possession, it could make it look like he rescued it during the stage's miraculous escape. Their precious research materials ended up lost in an explosion anyway.
But I thought Clay was supposed to keep it safe?
You misunderstand. The launchpad explosion wasn't the one the capsule was lost to. It was lost after the police confiscated it as evidence. It was the courtroom bombing from the other day. The capsule was there in the courtroom as evidence and was blown to smithereens.
Yet another casualty of that blast.
Ultimately, I think the culprit may have known about the switching of the launch pads.
What? How?
The police found a wiretapping device during their investigation today. A bug aboard my battleship, a tap on my advanced communication system.
A wire on that phone?
A wire on this very phone. It's wireless. I used this phone to give instructions to my staff about the launchpad switch. just to the few select members who knew about the plan. Just before the incident, staff members were coming in and out of Launch Pad 1. The culprit probably slipped in with them amid the confusion.
And planted the bomb then.
Yep. You got it. You're
Yeah.
smart, Cody.
Yep, I'd try to be. Yes, if they were tapping your phone, they definitely could pull something like that off. So you really think that the same spy is behind this incident and the one 7 years ago?
Da, sure.
Then the spy must be the phantom Prosecutor Blackwell has been chasing.
It's Fulbright. But Prosecutor Blackwell told me once.
We still got the minutes.
It's getting late. The hunt I've been on for the Phantom of the 7 years past continues even still. For starters, that case happened right here at this very space center too.
So if we can find this phantom,
That's right, we can clear Athena's name. And then there's the matter of Prosecutor Blackwell, too.
what about him?
Well, if the culprit of 7 years ago is the same person as the current incident, it would mean Prosecutor Blackwell is innocent. That's still an if, though.
I wonder how dangerous that guy would be in court without handcuffs. But if we're going on a ghost hunt, count me in.
It's all over for me. Spin, spin, whirl, whirl. I'm done for. The center of the cosmos is doomed.
Do you think he's gonna be all right, Daddy?
Nope.
Well, at least he'll be in good company. There must be planets out there he can spin with. Which reminds me, I'd like to delve a little deeper into the Hat 1 mission, too.
If you want to learn more, start with the Space Museum. There's a hat for exhibit there. Oh, don't mind me, I'll just keep spinning here and the other guys will have
It's like he achieved spiritual enlightenment or something.
I'm sure he'll stop when he gets dizzy. Let's go visit the Space Museum.
I have achieved nirvana. Spiritual balance.
Speed.
I am one with the universe.
Spin.
But that is probably where we should call it.
Yeah,
You're
that
going
should
to
be the stopping
leave him
point.
like this?
Yes,
Of
for
course.
like a
Thank
week
you.
or more. Who knows?
He deserves that.
Should we put ourselves in a position where we won't forget what we just heard we have to go do?
I
feel like
mean,
we'll see this guy
It's on our
spinning
checklist.
immediately, it'll come
It's on our
back.
Yeah.
checklist.
Okay.
yeah, investigate the case from 7 years ago, find more about Hat 1. And, like, if we don't remember, it's walking to one of these 4 areas.
Okay,
Yeah.
fair enough.
And assuming these 2, they are probably dead ends as well, so it will not take
Mhm.
long.
Good progress
Yeah.
today.
We had good
Yeah.
progress. Guys.
Yeah.
We finished chapter 4 out of nowhere.
Yeah.
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 And also, we are actually having one of those rare Thursday breaks tomorrow.
Crazy.
Looks
Just
at
crazy.
Jay.
Oh.
You thought.
Oh.
You thought.
Uh-oh.
I don't have a plan yet, though. I'll let you know tomorrow. But let me stop.
No.
Okay, cool. Sounds good.
An actual Thursday break. But you'll see all of us on Friday for more Dark Side Detective 2.
Yeah.
Yay! Look forward to it.
Yay.
That'll be great.
Yay. It was Spin Soup, wasn't it?
This
Speed.
spinning soup.
Yeah.
Speam?
Speam.
Speam?
I don't want to say spoop.
Okay.
Well then, with that lovely farewell message. Bye-bye!
Good
Bye-bye.